Raider Nation, what's going on? You guys are watching the Raiders Report, and we're going to be live here for the next 3, 4, 5 hours, depending on how long this game is going to be. It is NFL Week 9. The Raiders on the road at MetLife Stadium. And coming at you here today, you guys are going to see a game play-by-play. We're going to be trying to get loud like if we were to actually be at this one. So I don't care if you're sitting there in East Rutherford, New Jersey, if you're in Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, wherever the heck you are watching from. I want you to making sure that you're repping your team. Now, I've been covering the Raiders here pretty closely for about 3 years, and this was probably one of the most emotional weeks that I've ever been a part of. So all I want to do before we get into today's game, whether you're a Raider fan, whether you're a Giants fan, if you're a human being, you definitely have to understand just the implications for this one. So I want to show some support for Tina Tinter and her dog Max, who were unfortunately killed in the Henry Ruggs vehicle situation. So all I want people to do is type RIP, and I want you to show some support for her, for the dog Max, for every single person that has been involved in this crazy thing that we got going on. We're also going to be doing some different things as well for every 1,000 likes that this video gets. So I'm looking at it right now, and the video has 95 likes. For every 1,000 likes this video gets, me and my team here at Chat Sports, we're going to donate $10 to the Tina Tinter GoFundMe. If my guy Marsh could show the whole Tina Tinter GoFundMe thing we got going on. I think, a lot of times I come on the show here and I drink and I have a good time. I'm not going to be drinking today for obvious reasons, but if you guys do want to go show some support for Tina and for Max, all you got to do is go to chatsports.com/donate, and basically what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get this thing even more. The last time I checked, this was at $79,000 in terms of money that's been raised. I want to get this thing up to $100,000. So if you guys haven't yet, if you want to donate to Tina and her family, it's chatsports.com/donate. All right, guys, who do you got? Type LV for the Raiders, or I want you to go ahead and type NYG for the New York Giants. And for those of you that don't know, my family is split between Jets and Giants fans. And this morning, I had a few of my cousins, my uncle as well. He woke up and he wanted to remind me, hey, man, I just want you to know the Giants are going to take you down. On top of that, I want Marshall to come up screen right now because for those of you that don't know, I wanted Marshall to produce today's show because he is a die-hard Giants fan. So if you see some random dude wearing a Giants t-shirt pop up on the screen from time to time, it's going to be him. We're going to be having a fun show. You're going to be making me do stuff. We got Marshall doing stuff as well. So everyone right now,
Raider Nation.
Raiders, type LV, or you can go ahead and type NYG for the New York Giants. We got 500 people watching right now. I got Mike Hilton, Sammy Stone, Captain Raider, Brittany Ramirez, Marcia, Kevin, Richie, Gregory, all spamming those LVs, and that's the type of energy I want around here. I want the energy to be high, and I want to get pretty wild. So let me know who you got. LV for the Raiders or NYG for the New York Giants. So coming into this one, I believe it was a 3-point favorites the Raiders were on the road. Now, Las Vegas, you had a 2-week bye period to kind of get ready for this matchup. Obviously, some things happened this week that you didn't really put into account. The Giants, they only had 6 days rest. They played on Monday Night Football up against the Chiefs, and I told everyone last week, make sure you watch that Chiefs and Giants game because that's who you're going to be going up against the next 2 weeks here. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give some shout-outs, predict the score. Also, Marsh, if you could make sure that we have the auto stop turned on or whatever, that would be pretty clutch, just in case the connection gets a little weird around here. So Raiders, Giants, let's get some score predictions in. On my video that I made yesterday, I went through and I tried to get a new updated look at the Raiders' entire season. Obviously, we're sitting at 5-2. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, please go ahead and check it out. I went ahead and said that the Raiders are going to win this game 24-20 simply because it does make me a little bit nervous. Why? The Raiders have struggled in MetLife. They've struggled going to the East Coast. A lot of emotion in this game. How's the offense going to look without Henry Ruggs? Who's going to be that main guy that can step up and be that playmaker? Because you can say what you want about Henry. He was leading this team with 469 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, a deep threat added, obviously a lot of speed to the offense. So I want to know right now your score predictions. And remember, since this is a Raiders and Giants watch party, there's going to be a lot, and I mean a lot of Giants fans in the comments. So I got Shabazz going to go 34-10 Raiders, Michael 28-17, Cynthia 28-21, King Higgins 24-23. I got a 28-17 from David Gray. Young says we're going to go with the Raiders here. 35-24 from Chuckles, 38-17 letting go FTW, 28-14 from Jacob, 30-14 from Bob Armstrong. Keep those flowing in here. Now, I really actually wanted to be able to go to this game simply because, again, I got a lot of family in this area, but I decided that, we're going to stay here. We're going to do the show at the Chat Sports Studios. I'm going to be partying it up next weekend with Raider Nation at Red Tail in Las Vegas. So if you guys want to come to my watch party next weekend, it's going to be at Red Tail, located in Resorts World. But what I want you guys to do right now is shout out your city. Let me know where you're watching from. And as always, if you super chat, we will put you up on screen. So, Marsh, we did get a super chat a little bit earlier on, which we will get to. So start spamming where you guys are watching from. I'll give some shout outs. Here's the super chat coming in here from Michael Avila. Who is going to be the wide receiver 1 today? Well, to be honest with you, I don't know which wide receiver is going to be the biggest guy. The person who I think is going to get the most targets is going to be Darren Waller. Then I would imagine it's going to be Hunter Renfrow. Look for Brian Edwards, Zay Jones to try to step up. And I could also see them using Foss Moreau quite a bit, Kenyon Drake from time to time. But this is going to be a very interesting game. I usually come on these things during my watch parties and we drink. We try to have a good time and all that. I'm going to have a good time today, and I'm not going to drink at all because of everything that happened this past week with Henry. So I appreciate the $5 super chat. What we are going to be doing is if you want a shout out, like I just saw Javon Amos, he sent in a $1 super. If all you want is a shout-out, we'll give you a shout-out. If you want to give some love to, I don't know, your mom, your dad, whoever the heck's watching with you, we can go ahead and do that. For every $20 super chat, usually we drink some Fireball. I'm not doing that today. I got a roulette wheel here with a whole bunch of games ready to rock and roll, so it's either going to be me, it's going to be Marshall doing some stuff. We also have Bean Boozled, which for those of you that don't know, it's like these jelly beans, and some of the flavors are dead fish, spoiled milk, rotten egg, toothpaste, barf, dirty dishwater, stink bug, stinky socks, booger, and canned dog food. If you guys send in a $25 super, I'll go ahead and do that. And then $100, I just realized my Raiders jersey isn't going to fit Marshall, so instead, just basically like what we did last week, or 2 weeks ago with Peterson, If we get a $100 super chat, I'm going to make the Giants fan come up here, wear a Raiders chain, and then we are going to post it on Twitter. We're going to post it on Instagram. That way all his buddies back home can roast him as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm not going to drink, obviously. If you guys want to go do your thing, hey, it's a free country. So Javon, or Dejavon, did I get that right? Amos, appreciate the super chat, my dude. Let's go to Josh Smith. I think we see lots of Zay. It's his time, baby. Zay Jones is going to be probably one of the more heavily used receivers. Also, shout out to Marcel Aitman and Dylan Stoner, both players that you're going to see some time coming in today. I mean, Stoner's going to have his very first opportunity to play in an NFL game. That's exciting for him. Let's go to AJ Coleman. Can you start your own link for donation that chat can all come together as a family that you can make one big donation from all of us? So the issue is we tried to do that with YouTube, but YouTube doesn't, not that they don't support GoFundMe, but you have to have a donation for the American Cancer Society. So I figured the best way to be able to donate was to just going to chatsports.com/donate, and that way you guys can put your own money in for GoFundMe. Let's go to Gregory. My whole sleeve is Raiders tattoos. Can I DM them to you on Instagram? Yes, you can, at Mitchell Renz 365. I was actually talking to the guy who was hoping to be designing my tattoo soon, and, well, we haven't gotten I'm still waiting to see what's going to happen. Already off the bat, Alejandro, that's my dude right there. Wear the Raiders chain, Solder. And Mitch, what do you think about signing our starting wide receiver? Go Raiders. Love you, brother. Well, we are going to be talking about Deshaun Jackson, Odell Beckham Jr. There's going to be a lot of drama. If I were to put a bet down, I would say there's a much higher chance that we get Deshaun Jackson than OBJ. If you guys want to let me know who you'd rather have. But here's the thing, y'all. Marshall's about to come on here, and I want you guys to send him some hate. So all I want you to do is once he puts this chain on, flip it around so everyone can see it.
This hurts.
I want you to take a screenshot of this, and I want you to post it on Instagram, post it on Twitter. I'm going to share it.
This all game?
No, you don't got to wear it all game. You do got to wear it until the game starts. He's got to wear it until the game starts. Then every time somebody sends in 100, you got to do it during the entire. Yep. Then you got to do it for the entire.
You're my boy, Blue.
So usually then when the game happens, if you send in the 100, he's got to come up here, okay? Then he's going to wear it for the entire drive. That's also what I use for my turnover chain. But I want you to post it on Twitter, post it on IG. I want you to tag him at @MarshallGreen_, and then that way he's going to get ripped on by his own fans. So that's also his IG as well, so as he's telling me. Now, I appreciate everyone who's tuning in. We're going to have a lot of fun here on today's show. I can guarantee you that. This is going to be a big-time game for the 5-2 Raiders. Let's go to Sam Russo. Mitch, for Raiders head coach 2022. Dude, as much as I love the Raiders, I don't think that I would be a good head coach. I can talk about football, but there's a big difference between being able to talk about football and actually knowing everything that goes into the X and O's. You don't want me as your head coach. I'd rather be the head coach here at the Raiders Report. Let's go to Dijavon Amos. Who's going to have the most targets? My money is going to be on Darren Waller, and then it's going to be Hunter Renfrow. That's my personal bet. Let's go to Alex D. What up, Alec? Appreciate the Superman. Why would Mark Davis not make a donation to the Tinter family? Is there a conflict of interest somewhere? Again, I'm not going to get into details of what Mark Davis wants to do with his money. I'm not going to get into details what anybody wants to do with their money. I mean, at the end of the day, it's theirs, but do I think that the Raiders themselves should make a donation? Yes, I absolutely do. Let's go to Sean Forbes. Let's go, Raiders. Let's hope we can pull together as a team and win this game. Love you, Mitch. Thanks for doing what you do. Sean, I know you're always watching, man, and I deeply appreciate it. Sean's one of those guys where he's always hitting me up on IG, always hitting me up on Twitter. Yeah, I come into every show, and I know people like Alejandro, Sean. I'm still waiting for Uncle Black to come in. He always sends in a good 20. Just at the end of the day, I appreciate the support of everyone watching right now. So we are getting ready to get into this Raiders versus Giants game. The way that this goes, for those of you that maybe have never tuned in to one of my watch parties, you're going to be able to see the stats. You're going to be able to see like a game by game, and I'm going to be the guy who's going to walk you through all the excitement. Obviously, we're not at this one in terms of the actual game, so I want you to be at your home. If you're, at a restaurant, I want you cheering on the silver and black. If you're a Giants fan, hey, you can go ahead and cheer on the Giants too. It's kind of what makes game day a lot of fun around here on the Raiders Report. So all I want you guys to do is interacting with me the entire time. Let me know who y'all got LV for the Raiders. If you haven't voted yet on the poll above, Raiders or Giants, that's what I want to see. I want to see a lot of energy today. We got Doc Holliday. Super, what's up, man? Thoughts on the Raiders' chances of landing Odell Beckham Jr.? I know OBJ is set to hit the waiver on Monday. Right now, if you want to be able to claim OBJ, you got to have $7.25 million. The Raiders, after restructuring Jalen Richard's contract, I believe have like 4.48, so they still would have to make a few things work around. I'm a believer that it's not going to be OBJ. It's going to be Deshaun Jackson, who the Raiders talked with. I believe that was on Friday, and I think Deshaun is going to be in silver and black. I don't think it's going to be OBJ. So, but Doc, appreciate the super chat. This game is getting ready to get kicked away. So as soon as we figure out who's got heads, who's got tails, we'll ultimately figure out what is going to happen. I just saw that Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, they're not going to lose any draft picks, which I think is an absolute joke, because the Saints and the Raiders lost draft picks last year, but that's a whole nother discussion. All right, y'all, so who's going to lead the Raiders in receiving yards today? Let's try to make a prediction. You know, that's going to be the story. I mean, we have to be able to sit here and realize that the biggest story that's probably happened to any NFL team, happened to the Raiders, happened this week with Ruggs. Not having him on the field is definitely going to hurt this offense. You can say what you want, but not having his elite speed, not having his playmaking ability, he was really starting to turn into a true wide receiver one for this team. So now here's what I want to know. Who's going to lead the Raiders in receiving yards today? I got Spencer Rattler, says Brian Edwards, Waller from Jacob, Rainfro from Jose Delgado, Waller from Gabriel. We got Jacob says, for sure. All right, some more Wallers coming in. We got a Hunter Renfrow from Hammer, Waller, Zay Jones from Kobe, Brian Edwards, most yards today from Gilbert Mejia. Much love to y'all. We got Waller, Edwards, Waller. I mean, this is all split between those three players. Running out of the tunnel right now is the New York Giants. All I want you guys to do is start spamming boo. We got 1,000 people watching this bad boy. Usually we have drinks. Usually we do certain things here and there, but I'm not going to be doing that today. Today's entire show is about, I think, giving back to the nation a little bit, supporting Tina and her family and everything we got going on. So I want you guys to show Tina and her dog Max some love for obviously passing away this week. So please go ahead and type RIP, and for every 1,000 likes, so currently we are at 330 likes I am seeing. Once we get to 1,000 likes, if we get to 2,000 likes, if we get to 5,000 likes, 10,000 likes on this live show, we are going to donate $10. So 1,000 likes equals a $10 donation. So that's, if you guys want to support, another easy, free way to be able to do it is by liking this video here. And me, my Chat Sports team, we're going to donate $10 for every single 1,000 likes that we can get. We've done shows before where we've gotten 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 likes. So that's the number that I want to be able to get to. Let's try to get to 4, 5, 6. Let's just like the video. It's a free way. And then we're going to contribute to Tina and the dog Max. So again, guys, it's going to be a big-time game. I appreciate Tony, Charles, El Plaga, King watching. We got everyone tuning in right now. Seeing some people as well that they're not drinking today. And, hey, I think at the end of the day, you can be an adult. If you want to be able to drink, have a few drinks, just be responsible. Buy an Uber, buy Lyft, or walk to work like me. Now, we got 1,146 people watching, 500 likes. We're hitting a good number there, which I appreciate. Basically, the way this is going to go is I'm going to be live breaking down the game from first, second. I'll take a quick, probably 10-minute break during halftime where I usually take a pee or I get some lunch in me, and then we'll come back for the third and fourth quarter. As soon as the game ends, and I mean as soon as the game ends, then we can do a post-game reaction show where we talk about grades, we talk about everything that went on in the game from top to bottom, and really, again, just try to bounce our ideas and our emotions off of each other. That's going to be going on after this one. Coming into this game, the Raiders, Derek Carr, 2,269 yards. Also, Las Vegas are going to be kicking it away to the New York Giants, repping their white unis. And I like to see Divine Diablo down there. Not having Saquon Barkley in this one for the Giants is going to hurt him. They are going to have Kenny Golladay. For Las Vegas, you're coming into this one pretty healthy. You didn't have any players on your injury report. Now, no Richie Incognito, no Damon Arnett. I saw somebody tweet out Trayvon Mullen's playing today. That's not what I personally have heard, but we'll try to keep you up to date on everything going on. The kick is away by Daniel Carlson and the New York Giants. They're going to get it at the 5-yard line, and he's going to be tackled down at about the 26. Here comes this Raiders defense, and one of the matchups that should make a lot of Giants fans really nervous right now, you have the best defensive end duo in the league with Max Crosby and Yannick Ngakoue. And I don't know how this Giants offensive line is going to be able to handle and try to protect Daniel Jones, who, sure, he's got 9 total touchdowns this year, 241 yards, but definitely a turnover machine. If I'm the Raiders, I am really going to try to get after Daniel and make it very uncomfortable for him. So the starting cornerbacks are Brandon Faison and Casey Hayward, and it's going to be Daniel Jones going to do a rollout to his tight end, tackle made by Merrick. That's going to be a pickup of 9, maybe 8 yards for the Giants. So now we're looking at 2nd and 1 here for Las Vegas. Also, periodically, I'm going to be refreshing this Tina Tinter GoFundMe. When we started, Tina Tinter GoFundMe was at $79,000. Since we have started this show, we have already gained $610 in GoFundMe. So major shout out to all of y'all. We got 2nd and 1 here for Las Vegas. The Giants got a running back. His name is Devontae Booker. Maybe you've heard of him. And he goes up the middle, breaks the tackle, taken down at the 40-yard line. First down, Giants. I don't even know if that was Booker. Was that Booker? Yeah, I think so. Devontae Booker. I mean, obviously going up against his old team, Las Vegas last year. Went over to the Giants. They signed him to a 2-year, $6 million contract. He's probably going to be pretty motivated to come out and have a pretty solid game. So now we're looking at 1st and 10. Brandon Faison, Abram Merrick, Casey Hayward. Those are your defensive backs. Looks like Corey Littleton, Denzel Perriman back there at a shotgun. Daniel Jones is going to throw it to Booker. Booker makes 2 guys miss, picks up about 5 yards. So the Raiders had some good pressure there on Jones, but Jones just floated one up to Booker. They set up a little bit of a screen. I actually thought it was a pretty good stop by the Raiders defense, by Jonathan Hankins. But, man, this is Raiders defense needs to be able to show up. It was an emotional week. There's no doubt about it. Get a stop here. Get the offense out onto the football field, and let's make some stuff happen. 2nd and 5 for the Giants. They got 2 running backs next to Jones, and then Booker behind him. So kind of a funky formation going on. Kenny Galladay's the lone receiver down to the left. It's 2nd and 5. Raiders look like they're going to bring 4. It's going to be a run to the right with Booker, and he's going to get upfield, and he's going to maybe pick up a first down. They're going to give him a first down. Helmet pops off. So all ready to start this game. You're seeing a healthy dose of Booker, who has 1 catch, and now he's got 2 carries. Both of this times probably picking up a total of about 18, 19 total yards. So can the Raiders get on the field here, get a stop? I mean, this has been a pretty easy drive thus far. So he's actually short of the first down. He's literally like 3rd and inches, so you guys know what to do. I want you to pretend you're at MetLife Stadium. Let's get loud. Start spamming stop. 3rd and 1 for the New York Giants. Come on, y'all. Start spamming stop. Shout out to Keep Coolian for the $10 super chat. Much love to you, my brother. If you guys want me to do some crazy things with this roulette wheel, it's a $25 one. We'll get the party started. 3rd and 1. Daniel Jones hands it off to Booker. Oh, and he's loose. Great open field tackle by Merrick. He saved a touchdown. I mean, Booker bust right through this hole, and if Merrick doesn't make that open field tackle, that's a 60-yard touchdown run for Booker. I mean, it's a simple run to the left, wide open hole. I mean, that's a big-time tackle by Merrick. So Booker, he goes ahead, he picks up 16 yards, and just an ankle tackle. Holy cow, that could have been really bad really quick. Giants ball at the 35-yard line. Daniel Jones at a shotgun, drops back. Jones is going to scramble, and he's going to pick up 6 yards. So a 6-yard pickup for Jones. I mean, this Raiders defense, man. Quentin Jefferson, he's out there, which is good to see. He's been banged up. Crosby got some pressure. Overcommitted a little bit, though. Jefferson pushes him out. Brandon Facyson, no, Nate Hobbs pushed him out. 2nd and 5 for the Giants. Come on, defense. We got 551 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes, and we're going to donate $10 to the Tina Turner GoFundMe. Quarterbacks leading their teams in rushing yards this season. Lamar Jackson, I think that said Kyler Murray, and Daniel Jones. Jones taking a shot deep. Got a guy, Evan Ingram, touchdown Giants. I mean, that was a great throw by Jones. Just had one-on-one coverage with Evan Ingram. Ingram goes up, the tight end, out of Ole Miss, and it's a touchdown New York. I mean, that was a very easy drive by the Giants, a 30-yard touchdown. I mean, Ingram's just matched up here with it was Abram. So Abram was trying to cover Evan Ingram, and that's just a mismatch. I mean, it's really about as simple as that. Jones, 3 of 3, 44 yards and a touchdown. I love Abram. He's been playing a lot better this year, but you can't have him in coverage with one of the better receiving tight ends in the league. I understand that Ingram has had his drop issues, but that's not going to be a matchup that works very well for the Raiders. Now, we've known this whole year that they can come back in any game that they're up against. They've had many holes, especially earlier on, but we'll see if they're able to go ahead and bounce back here after a rough first drive by the defense, where the New York Giants essentially just went right down the field. 7 plays, 75 yards, and a touchdown. That's definitely not what we were looking for. Let's go to Alex D. Is Mayock's job in trouble if we don't make the playoffs this year? I still say yes. I would imagine that he is in trouble. Now, don't get me wrong. There's not many GMs that are dealing with the amount of crap that has been happening here to the Raiders. But I do think that his job could potentially be on the hot seat. And then, you can look at it any way you want. If Mayock was brought in to find some high-quality draft picks, since he's been brought in, you found some good late-round players, but early on in your draft, it's been pretty bad, especially with the news to Ruggs here. So I do personally think that Mayock is going to be on the hot seat if the Raiders don't make the playoffs. Now, if anybody wants to bet on the Raiders, if you want to bet on whether or not I think Las Vegas is going to be going to the playoffs, if you want to bet on any NFL game, you can always do it with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. So how do you get the hookup? Go to chatsports.com/Raiders. Promo code Raiders125. If you deposit $100, you're going to get $125 for free to bet with. And to put a nice little cherry on top, if you're a first-time user with BetUS, we're also going to throw in a free Raiders jersey. So how do you get the jersey details? You go ahead and get started, chatsports.com/Raiders. Make at least a $100 deposit. You get $125 for free to bet with, and then all you got to do is make one bet. Make one bet of $5. Send me your account number. Send me the bet that you made. Jersey@chatsports.com. That's how you get the setup. So we got 4 different types of jerseys: Carr, Jacobs, Crosby, Waller, different sizes, different colors. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that you guys are having a good time and putting a nice little jersey on your back as well. So email me for those details, jersey@chatsports.com. So the Giants, they're up 7-0 after a very impressive drive by the Giants, being able to run the football well. That set up a 30-yard touchdown by Evan Ingram, where New York just took advantage of the mismatch. Ingram on Jonathan Abram. Abram tried to go up, tried to deflect the ball with his hand, just missed it, and it was a good play by Jones, really good play by Ingram as well. So we'll see ultimately what happens here for the Raiders offense, but that first drive, 7 plays, 75 yards. It was in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. You know, you're definitely hoping for a little bit better of, definitely hoping for something a little bit better here. So short kick, really short kick, and it bounces. Jalen Richard catches it at the 15, and now he's getting upfield. He's going to be pushed down to about the 27. He's down to about the 26, 27-yard line. So the Giants, they kicked it short. It hit the 10-yard line, bounced. Jalen waited for it, caught it, and then got up the field pretty quickly. But, man, you see a ball bounce at the 10, that makes you really, really nervous. There's no doubt about that. So here come the Raiders out on the field. It looks like it's Brandon Parker at right tackle, Alex Leatherwood at right guard, Andre James at center, John Simpson left guard, left tackle Colton Miller, Josh Jacobs, the lone running back. They send Hunter Renfrow in motion. Brian Edwards, Zay Jones at the top. It's going to be a run to the right with Jacobs, and he's got some running room. Jacobs goes to the right. Type JJ, first down Raiders. That's a really nice run to the right side. Really, really good blocking there by Leatherwood, by Brandon Parker, giving Jacobs a clear running lane, and he just takes it right upfield, 11-yard pickup. Let's go. Type those JJs. 1st and 10 for the Raiders now at the 38-yard line. Derek Carr out of shotgun. Darren Waller, he's lined up right now as a receiver. Comes back in at tight end. It's him and Zay Jones. Brian Edwards, Hunter Renfrow, top left. It's going to be a screen to Jacobs. And Jacobs makes a guy miss, makes another guy miss. Plows ahead for a nice little 6, maybe 7-yard pickup here by the Raiders. Tackle made by Xavier McKinney. So all you saw Carr do on that one was nice little simple call hike, slung it out to his receiver Jacobs, and then Jacobs made one dude miss, got north and south quickly, plowed over a few guys. Foster Moreau is now out on the field. Darren Waller split out wide right as a receiver. Brian Edwards, he's the guy in the slot. Top left side is Zay Jones. Derek Carr was under center, comes back shotgun with Josh. It's going to be a quick throw to Darren Waller. First down Raiders. So one of the things that I talked about entering this game was, what if the Raiders use Waller as a receiver, and he was lined up there, out as your top receiver, top of the route, and this is a simple comebacker, get to the first down marker, and then turn around, and that's exactly what he did. First down Raiders, spam those ones. We're looking at now at 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. This drive has been 3 plays for 23 yards. Can the Raiders continue to move the football down the field? DC on 1st and 10. It's going to be a run to the left with Jacobs. Jacobs bounces it out, lowers his shoulder, picks up 6 yards. I mean, Jacobs looks healthy. He looks good. I mean, to their defense, the Giants don't have the best defense out there. Now, they have been playing much better, which I will give them credit to. You held the Carolina Panthers to 3 points. I thought they showed up pretty well this past week up against the Kansas City Chiefs, but Jacobs on 2 runs and a catch. He looks healthy. 2nd and 4, got a super chat coming in. Why is Javen White in the practice squad and not starting? They're just a lot more confident in the other linebackers that they have. Plus, he hasn't been the healthiest this season. Oh, man. Wow, so really gutsy throw here. So Carr threw it to Renfrow. The ball wasn't caught. I didn't know if it was a backwards pass. It was picked up by the Giants, and then I believe that's Adoree Jackson took it. They're rolling it incomplete. But, man, there's a lot of boos coming in right now for MetLife, and I get it. That was a ballsy throw it. They're saying he threw it ahead of him, though. So now we got 3rd and 4. The first target that Renfrow got was a bad throw by DC. Kenyon Drake now out on the field, was on the right side of Carr, swings him over to the left side. DC had a shotgun, Edwards and Renfrow to the right, Waller and Jones to the left. Carr pump fakes, throws one down the field. He's got a receiver. First down Raiders, Hunter Renfrow. Beautiful over-the-shoulder catch and throw by DC. I mean, this one was pretty simple. As soon as he called hike, he had a quick little pump fake and then just lofted one up. I mean, that's a beautiful pitch and catch there by Renfrow. First down, Raiders. 1st and 10 at the Giants 24. Let's go. Spam those ones, y'all. Come on. Spam them in there. Shout out to Miriam. Shout out to Anthony, Raider Rog, N8 TV Queen, Tim Taylor, El Play King. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Single back formation, fake handoff. And it's thrown to Alec Ingold, and Ingold's taken down, picked up about 6 yards. So that one, they did a fake handoff to Jacobs. Jacobs went to the left. Carr did a rollout to the right. Quick little throw to Ingold in some traffic. Picked up about 5, maybe 6 yards. Tackle made by Quincy Roche out of Miami. 2nd and 5 at the 19. We are now in the red zone. Come on, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, single back formation. They send Foster Moreau in motion. Foster's going to block. It's a run up the middle with Jacobs, and he's loose. 1st and goal for the Raiders. Down at the 6-yard line. A nice 13-yard pickup for Jacobs. I've really liked from what I've seen so far from this Raiders offensive line. From Jacobs, 3 carries, 30 yards in this game already. Also has a catch for 6. The Raiders now at 1st and goal at about the 6-yard line. I mean, the run blocking in general in this game has been phenomenal by the Raiders. Now Derek Carr's out of shotgun. Foster Moreau goes in motion. It's going to be another run up the middle with Jacobs, and he's plowing ahead down at the 1, maybe 2-yard line. So again, he just full head of steam, lowering it and just ramming into the Giants defense. This has been a very impressive first drive by this Raiders offense. 2nd and goal at the 2. This drive has been 10 plays. You've 9 plays, 71 yards. Come on, Raiders. Finish it off here. Let's go. 5 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Single I formation. Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards. Fake handoff to Jacobs. Carr looking to his right. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow. Let's go. That's a big-time touchdown. Beautiful response there by the Raiders, by Renfrow. Great running and a great first drive. Great first drive by the Raiders. Capped off by a Hunter Renfrow touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Derek Carr on that drive, 5 of 6 for 40 yards and a touchdown. I mean, this was just phenomenal run blocking, great passing plays, 10 plays, 73 yards. Kick is up. Kick is good. We got a 7-7 ball game. All right, y'all, so I told you earlier on when we put Marshall, because every $100 super chat, we got to put Giants fan Marshall up on the screen, and he's basically going to get roasted. So if you guys haven't yet, you can go on my Instagram or my Twitter, at Mitchell Renz 365, and I'm going to post a picture that I see going around right now. But, man, I mean, what a great start there for the offense. A lot of people, me included, I was a little bit nervous how it would look without Ruggs. That was a very impressive first drive. Great run blocking. Jacobs looked healthy. Josh Jacobs looked really healthy on that first drive. Josh Jacobs looked, I'm tweeting it out. Great run blocking as well. Now, if you guys haven't yet, please go ahead and hit me up on IG, hit me up on Twitter, at Mitchell Renz 365. It's probably the easiest way to get in touch with me. Again, a crazy week, but I'm always posting stuff there. So if you want to get more Raiders updates, if you want to get a shout out here on today's show, hit me up on Instagram, at Mitchell Renz 365. And if anybody got a picture of Marshall earlier, please post it, tag me. I want him to get roasted a little bit here by some of his Giants buddies. So we got a 7-7 ball game. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. And if you want to shout out, all you got to do is give me a follow on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. So for those of you that do give me a follow, it's really about as simple as this. I'll shout out your IG. So I see Boss Winimo, Marky, Mark LVRDR. What up, Sam? Appreciate you watching. We got BBX.LOP. I'm good. I got food in there. Appreciate it, though. We got Jackamimi_Sayar252. We have IOTCJ1963, 3S Eximo MILF Hunter. Is this Jack's burner account? I don't know. All right. So one of my goals on today's show was I am trying to get to 100,000 subs. And currently we're at 94,770. We keep you guys up to date with the news, with the rumors. If the Raiders go ahead and they sign somebody like OBJ, like Deshaun Jackson, we're going to be going live. So this is a very, very important week to make sure that you are subscribed and to make sure that your notifications are on. So for those of you that have maybe never watched the Raiders Report show or don't know what we do, that's what we do. So keep that up to date. So go ahead, hit that big red button that says subscribe. So we got a few super chats we got to get to. Native Queen J, the last time she was on here for our Week 7 game, she was wilding out. Hell yeah, way to start things off. Let's go, baby. As always, thanks, Mitch, for doing this week after week. So, Marsh, you got to come up here again. Let's get the Raiders chain. So, Native, we got to make the Giants fan Marshall wear a Raiders chain, and I want everyone spamming. I want everyone taking a screenshot. So, when you come up here, we'll get it going. We can go through some of these other super chats after. I do want to properly give them the love that they deserve. Alex D says, why is Arnett not suspended for his IG gun fiasco? Yeah, I don't really have a great answer for that. I posted it on Twitter about him saying stupid shit, but at the end of the day, Damon's going to do what he wants. So,
do you know where a trash can is? Trying to throw something away here.
So Raiders here, the defense is out on the field after a 5-yard pickup. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Post it on Instagram, Twitter, at Mitchell Renz 365, and then tag Marshall Green _. Let's go. Let's get it going.
Giants Nation, baby.
No, there's only one nation. You're going to piss people off. I want you guys to send them hate mail. Send them hate mail. Marshall Green _. All right, so the Giants, they're out on the field here. If we could also then go to the super chat from Alan, the $20, we'll get that up. 2nd and 5 for the Giants at a shotgun. It's Daniel Jones. He's dropping back. He's going to find Devontae Booker, and he's going to be pushed out. It's going to be a first down for the Giants. So for every $20 super chat, I got a roulette wheel. I told myself I'm not going to drink today. It's because obviously everything that happened this week. So $20 super chat. We're spinning the roulette wheel. I don't know what it's going to be. Crap. All right, so it's Bean Boozled, but it's Marshall. So Marshall has to come up here and eat some Bean Boozled jelly beans. So for those of you that don't know, we got these things, and if you've never heard of them before, they just got some of the most crazy flavors you can imagine. So this is either going to be spoiled milk or coconut. Let me know what you think it's going to be. Type S for spoiled milk, or want you to type C for coconut. I'm hoping for some spoiled milk. So that's, if you guys want us to just do these Bean Boozled, then $25 super.
Hey, yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. So you got to leave that on the entire drive. Coconut or spoiled milk? What do we got?
Oh, not good.
It's the spoiled milk. You love to see it. You love to see it. 2nd and 5 for the Giants. It's going to be another run with Booker. Great tackle by Denzel Perriman. Shoestring tackle. It's going to be 3rd down now. Get those threes going. Get those threes going. Also, we got, where'd you get your shirt from? Angel? I got it from some shop on Instagram. It was literally just an Instagram ad. That's where I got it. For those of you that don't know, it's Renz365. So, all right, we got 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Let's go. Spam those stops. Daniel Jones out of shotgun. Booker to his left. Raiders. It's going to, oh, wait. They ran a wildcat, and they got him. The Giants tried to run a wildcat with Booker and Kadarius Toney. Carl Nassib was not having any of it. Type those 4s 4th down. If I'm the Giants, I hate that play call. Your offense has been able to move the football basically the entire day, and now you bring in Kadarius Toney. You know it's going to be a run. It was an option. Nassib just was like, man, you can give it to Booker all you want. I got you. Great job with his assignment. Tackle made. 4th and 4. So the Giants punting unit's coming out. The Raiders are showing that they're going to try to block this thing, which this is going to be interesting. So the Raiders are going to try to line up the block. To the other Super Chats, we will get to you in just a second. 4th and 4. Raider. Oh, man, they almost got it. Punt is away. Fair catch by Hunter Renfrow. And it's going to be Raiders 1st and 10 at the 16. Let's continue to cycle through some of these other Super Chats here. So Adam Whalen. Hey, I'm stuck at work. How are we doing today? Well, it's 7-7. I'm doing pretty well. Marshall just had to eat a spoiled milk jelly bean. And he's looking at me saying it's absolutely terrible. Good. It's what happens when you wear your Giant stuff on a Raiders day. Let's go to Sargu1. This is our year. Just win, baby. I sure hope so, man. I definitely hope so. Everyone, spam. Just win, baby. We got a 7-7 ball game here. Also, I see Alan sending another 5. It said, and I lived in Jersey all my life. Really? Well, I don't know if you know, I went to college at Centenary, which is located in Hackettstown, so shout out to that. Alex D. Arnett, yeah, well, again, guys, I don't know what Arnett's doing, posting the video that he did. We'll find out probably more going into the future. The Raiders had no comment, though, on him, and which, to be honest, does not surprise me whatsoever. So here's our Super Chat special. If you want a shout-out, give a shout-out to your daughter, to your son. If you want a shout-out for yourself, your own Twitter, maybe you have a company out there, any amount. It can be $1, it can be $2. Obviously, the bigger the Super Chat, the bigger it shows up on the screen, so that could be something to think about. $20, we got a roulette wheel. $25 Super Chat, we're going to eat some nasty jelly beans and do some other stuff. And then $100, the Giants fan Marshall, he's got to wear my Raiders chain. And I have yet to get anybody to tag me anything.
Just tagged me on Instagram.
Yeah?
Shared it. Jacob Connor.
So Jacob Connor, he apparently tagged Marshall. So I'm going to go my IG. I'm going to see who ends up tagging Marshy Marsh. I don't know if I got tagged in it, though.
No, which is awesome.
Oh, I didn't get tagged in it. Dang it. Only Marsh got tagged in it. That's funny. Shout out to Jay Valdez, Jake B, and then Oklahoma Productions for the follows on Instagram. And shout out to 714 JJ. So we got 2,545 people watching right now. And this has been, the first drive for the Giants. They went right up the field. They scored pretty easily. The Raiders they scored, and then the Raiders got a good stop on defense. So I am a pretty superstitious person. I want the Raiders to go down the field here. I want them to score. Now, we do watch parties like this every single weekend. If there's a Raiders game, we're doing them. Now, for Raiders home games, I'm located in Las Vegas. I'll be at Red Tail. Jake Paul, he was there yesterday for his whole MMA thing, but we go live at Resorts World. So if you want to join me for my next week's show at Red Tail, please go ahead and do so. I would appreciate it. But if you haven't subscribed to the Raiders Report yet, please hit that big red button. Let's get to 100K subs, so just sub, baby. 1st and 10, Derek Carr at a shotgun pump fake. Throws it. Back shoulder, was looking for Brian Edwards. There is a flag. I don't know what the flag is going to be. It was thrown in the direction of the defender. So we'll go ahead and see what this is. But Carr on 1st and 10 was looking Brian Edwards' way. And it was a late flag that kind of flew in here. Illegal contact, defense, 5-yard penalty on James Bradbury, and it's an automatic 1st down. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 21. So illegal contact on Brian Edwards. 1st and 10. Here we go. Come on, Raiders. So after that first drive, you saw a lot of Josh Jacobs, I thought, which is obviously, it's inspired some confidence that they were able to run the ball as well as they did. 1st and 10, I formation. Jacobs gets about 1 yard. This should have been a 1-yard loss. The Giants linebacker came right through, blew the play up. And Jacobs did make a miss. He was able to get back to the line. I thought he picked up at least one. We're going to be looking now at 2nd and 10 here. 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 2 minutes, 31 seconds here in the first quarter. Now it's 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Single back formation. Derek Carr looks like he might be changing the play up here a little bit. It's going to be a fake handoff to Jacobs. And Carr throws this one to Darren Waller, and it's down at his ankles. The Giants brought some pressure, able to get home, and they just, you could tell there was a little bit of panic there in Derek Carr's eyes. If anybody cares about another score going on, the Broncos, they just scored on Dallas. Melvin Gordon, they're up 6-0. Now, again, I kind of mentioned it earlier. If anybody wants to party with me next weekend, I'm going to be at RedZone, located in Las Vegas in Resorts World. This is a 100% free event to go to, but if you plan on having a few drinks, if you plan on having VIP seating, you got to go to the blackholeevents.com. Use code Mitch to save 20% off on your tickets. But please, tell your friends about it. I want you guys to come hang out with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. 3rd and 10, Derek Carr throws it to Jalen Richard. I mean, it's a terrible decision. This had 0% chance of getting a first down. There should have been a flag, though. There should have been a flag on roughing Richard because he got absolutely clobbered. He got thrown down. He got spiked. I mean, like, Richard didn't catch it. The play's over. He got body slammed by a Giants linebacker. Some bad news, though. Hunter Renfro's injured. Renfro limped off the field here. I think he's going to go to the medical tent. Without Hunter Renfro, I don't know if they're going to put in Dylan Stoner or what the situation's going to be, but the Raiders have to punt this one away. It's caught, and it's going to be returned up to about the 48, 49-yard line. So the Giants, they're going to have very good field position. A.J. Cole now, he's down on the field, and there is a flag. I don't know if it's going to be, it's probably going to be roughing the punter, but A.J. Cole, the only punter for the Raiders, he's down, face down. Helmet, I mean, he got hit to the head. This could be a bad, so Renfro's limping around. Luckily, he's not in the tent. We'll keep you up to date on what exactly is going on here, but A.J. Cole is face down, plenty of flags. I believe the Raiders are probably going to get the ball back here. Again, I got to see what exactly happened. All right, so it's after the punt. So this is going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be after the play. I mean, it's just a dirty hit. That's such a dirty hit. So a defender of special teams for the Giants literally just takes his helmet, goes totally aims at A.J. Cole's head, and takes him out. I mean, that's one of those plays where I hate targeting in college football, but that's 100% targeting. He should be thrown out of the game for that. That's terrible. Luckily, Cole comes off the field. He's running, which is definitely a good sign. Hopefully, though, he's going to be okay. Now, if you guys haven't yet, we are trying to support Tina Tinter and Max, her dog, who were unfortunately killed in the Henry Ruggs accident on Tuesday. If you guys want to make a donation to her and her family, it's chatsports.com/donate. When we started this show, they were at about $74,000. We've already seen that they've had well over $600 in donations, so that's amazing. If you want to make a donation, it's chatsports.com/donate. If it makes it easier for y'all, I will put a link in the chat right now, so all you got to do is go ahead and click on that. And let's go ahead and support her and her family during this very difficult time. Also, for every 1,000 likes that we get on a show, I'm going to make a $10 donation. So right now we are 200 likes away, and I'm going to go ahead and make a $10 donation. If we get to 3,400 likes, you guys also can do the math around that. Every 1,000, I'm going to go ahead and make a $10 donation. So if you guys haven't yet, please go ahead and like the video. But yes, a very, very dirty hit there up against A.J. Cole. I mean, he should be. Yeah, that's it. So, again, guys, once we get to 1,000, we will make a $10 donation, and I'll probably just make a $10 donation every time, or I'll do it right after the show. We've got a few super chats come in here, so remember, if you go ahead and super, we'll give you a shout out. We'll show you some love here on the Raiders Report, because at the end of the day, this show is about the nation. So we got Sarju1. This is our year. Just win, baby. Everyone, spam just win, baby. What up, Monica? Marshall, thought you were cute till I found out you're a Giants fan. Ugh. Raider girl for life. Go ahead, hit up Monica at Monica_. Oh, Monica, I can't pronounce your last name. 78. It'd be a lot easier if you just changed it to Monica_Green, so maybe you should do that.
Monica, I can't read your last name, so you just follow me on Twitter. Same as Instagram. Let's ride.
So that's Marshall. That's who you're hearing on the mic. Again, if you want to give a shout-out to your own personal Twitter, your own IG, or if you got your own company, anything you got going on, we'll do our best to go ahead and support it. So the guest house just said, laugh my ass off, Monica, you cold. I mean, today's about beating the Giants. So if you know somebody who's a Giants fan, hey, get them out of here. I mean, that's what it's about. 1st and 10, it's going to be for the Giants. They're going to have the ball at the 34-yard line. I mean, I personally think I'm going to give Joe Judge a lot of credit. Judge totally ripped in to his name's Keon Crossan, who totally took out A.J. Cole. Super dirty hit. And luckily, Crossan gets a personal foul. I personally think that he should get ejected for the hit that he had. But Joe Judge, the Giants head coach, was absolutely laying into him on the sideline. I'll be curious to see what happens, but I know a lot of people don't like Judge because he's kind of got this old school mentality. He's making these professional athletes do drills like, I don't know, suicides and all these. Judge wants people to respect him, and he wants his players to respect him. And when you see something like that, man, I actually have a lot of respect for Judge laying into one of his teammates or laying into one of his players who was a pretty dirty play there on A.J. Cole. But Raiders defense is going to be coming out onto the field now. It's going to be 1st and 10, and it's Danny Dimes. He's out of shotgun. They got 4 receivers on the field. When I say 4 receivers, it's 4 receivers and then Evan Ingram. 1st and 10, Raiders playing some nickel here. Jones drops back. He's hit. Fumbled. Recovered by the Raiders. What a play by Unique Ngakoue. Give me that turnover chain. Where is it? Turnover chain. Unique Ngakoue hits Danny Dimes. Fumbled. Recovered by Darius Philon. Let's go. Let's go. What a play. Unique Ngakoue. Fumble. Let's get it going. I mean, great pressure off the edge, just swats Danny Dimes' hand, and then it's recovered. And a little dance there by Max Crosby. Raiders take over at the 30-yard line. Here we go, baby. It's going to be a fake handoff to Jacobs Carr. Middle of the field, it's got Josh. Hang on to it. 2nd down and 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3 after a 7-8-yard pickup by Jacobs. Let's go, spam fumble, baby. 2nd and 2, minute 4 remaining. I don't know what Daniel's looking at. It's simple. Ngakoue beat his guy, stripped it. That's all you need to look at. 2nd and 2, come on. Ball at the 22-yard line. The Raiders averaging 5.8 yards per play. DC, good news here. Hunter Renfrow back out onto the field. Zay Jones in motion. It's going to be another run up the middle with Jacobs. Jacobs bounces off a guy. He's going to his right. Jacobs 1st and goal down at the 9. So originally, there's a flag that comes in late, I think. It's going to be a late flag. So what you saw here was Jacobs, the initial run wasn't there up the middle. He then broke a tackle, bounced it out to the outside. Yeah, you're not going to be able to arm tackle Jacobs. Now, he's carrying this ball like a loaf of bread. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 9. I'm not sure what the penalty is going to be on. We're going to wait to see because it came in late. I mean, we're going to wait to see, but neither team right now is moving, so I think each team is a little bit confused on who the penalty is going to be on. In the meantime, I got a $5 super chat. This one's coming in from Slaughterproof. Here's $5 to spend on more diamonds for the turnover chain. Yeah, there are no diamonds in this turnover chain. I'm going to be honest with you. But this is a pretty dope chain, though. The issue is the people that make it, I don't know if they're in business anymore, but you can find them in Las Vegas. I mean, I don't know what Leonard Williams was doing there. I mean, Leonard Williams literally had an opportunity to take down Josh, and it just didn't happen. So Jacobs coming into this game, 40.8 rushing yards per game, already at 46 in the first quarter. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Carr, he throws it to Renfrow, And Renfro's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. So that's one of those plays that the Chiefs have done a very good job making popular, where it's first and goal, Carr catches it, flips it forward, Hunter catches it, takes it up for 4 yards. That's the end of the first quarter. I want you guys to get your grades in here. Grade the Raiders first quarter, A, B, C, D, or F. If you're looking for an A-plus deal out there, go to chatsports.com/Raiders. Promo code Raiders125. That's going to get you 125% deposit bonus. So for those of you that put down $100, you're going to get $125 for free to bet with. Now, if you also want the best deal on the internet and a free Raiders jersey, when you get started, by going to chatsports.com/Raiders and by using promo code Raiders125. Here, me, Chat Sports, we're also going to throw in a free Raiders jersey. So for those of you that aren't using chatsports.com/Raiders, you don't have any chance of getting this deal. Once you use the code, once you use Raiders125, you go to the link, make at least one bet of $5, can be on the Raiders, can be another game, can be Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, then send me your account number and send me a screenshot of the bet you made at jersey@chatsports.com. If everything I said you have no idea, you're like, wait a minute, jersey, just email me. I'll send you those instructions written down. Jersey@chatsports.com. Go ahead, bet on the Raiders. I think this is going to turn into a good game here for Las Vegas. So it's the end of the first quarter. Get your grades in. I see Ricky Bolton. He's going to go with a B+. The Guest House says C+. Aaron Rodgers, I guess you're at home watching since you can't go to the game, B-. Terry says B-. King Higgins says B. Super chat from Raider Nation Cast, which is just I think it's a video game controller flexing. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but we got Dellison's going to go with a C. Lloyd says C+. A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the Raiders first quarter. I'm probably going to go ahead, and I'm going to give them a B grade. Now, you had a good first drive for your offense. You had a good defensive stop here for Las Vegas as well. You were able to force a turnover. The first drive by New York, I'm going to give them some credit, but that's also been kind of what's happened against the Raiders this year. They've given up plenty of first drives, and then they make adjustments. Then Gus Bradley's defense locks it up, sees what they're doing against them, and they make corrections. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give them a B grade. Gary Weston says B. Tito's going to go C. We got a B+ from John Nutling. That's a hell of a last name. We have a B+ from Tommy Fry and A from OG. All right, guys, we got second and goal. Ball's going to be at the 6-yard line for the Raiders. This was set up on Yannick Ngakoue's forced fumble up against Danny Dimes. Here we go, baby. Raiders also get ball at halftime, so if you're able to go into half with a nice little lead, I'm going to be feeling pretty good about our chances here. So the Raiders got it second and goal. The officials, they're out on the field right now for whatever reason. I'm not sure. Also, we're at 999 likes. One more like, and we're going to make a $10 donation to Tina Tinter. Second and goal. We hit it. 1,000. Cheers to y'all. Second and goal. It's a fake handoff to Jacobs. DC looking. Tipped. Almost picked off. Wow. I mean, that was a close one. Carr tried to thread a needle, and it got tipped in the air. Edwards still almost came down with it. But, I mean, Waller went to the left. He had one-on-one coverage. It was Waller went to the left. Edwards crossed over. Carr tried to hit Edwards, and it was incomplete. So we got third and goal. Third and goal for the Raiders. Who you going to? Renfro goes in motion. Josh Jacobs, the lone running back. Zay Jones, Brian Edwards. Carr looking right. He's got all day to throw. Throws it. Oh, Waller had it, and he dropped it. Waller dropped a touchdown. I mean, this ball hit him right in the gut. I don't know if this is a good defensive play, but Waller runs a good route here. Yeah, he's got to catch that. It's either that or Bradbury got his hand in. Actually, that's an elite play by Bradbury. So Barry's able to get his hand in there, deflect the ball away. It's a good defensive play. At first, I thought it was a drop by Waller. It's a good play by Bradbury. I mean, he's got his hand right between Waller's. I mean, that's why you pay James Bradbury the amount that you do. Daniel Carlson in for a 24-yard field goal. The kick is up. Kick is good. Raiders up 10-7. Spam FG. So I'm taking off the turnover chain. The only way the turnover chain comes out is if the Raiders force a turnover or if we get a $100 super chat that comes in, which makes Giants fan Marshall over here, he's got to wear it, and we're going to rip on him a little bit. Now, we do have a super chat that came in, which we will get to, but I also, guys, I want to bring some awareness to Tina Tinter and her dog Max and their entire family. It's been a very emotional week for me. I'm sure it's been a very emotional week for Raider Nation as well. So what I want you guys to do is show Tina, show Max some love. Maybe some of her family is watching, and if they are, man, our prayers, our condolences go out to you. So I want you to spam RIP, and if you want to make a donation, which was set up by Tina's family, I'm going to post the link right now in the chat. When we started this show, her GoFundMe was around $79,000, and now since I've done this, we are already over $1,000. I'm not saying we've done all of that, but if you want to contribute a little bit, it's chatsports.com/donate, and for every 1,000 likes, we will go ahead and we will donate $10. So as it stands right now, we are at 1,145 likes, which means as soon as the show's over, I'll donate $10. If we get to 5,000, 6,000 likes, guess what? That's $50, $60. At the end of the day, Raider Nation is going to go ahead and we're going to support. So RIP to Tina, RIP to Max, and my prayers go out to everyone involved in this tragedy. So the Raiders are up 10-7. Dale Levitt makes a tackle at about the 16, 17-yard line. 17-6, so the Giants are going to have to go pretty far here to try to get in the end zone. Nice little kick by Carlson. Salute to service. That's right, salute to service month. 10-7. Come on, Raiders. Let's go to Joe Girardi, his super chat, which I don't know if I should, but Monica is a savage and smoking hot. Let's go, Raiders. Well, Monica, hit up Joe Girardi. I don't know where, but you guys can link up. 1st and 10. Single back formation. Daniel Jones going to be a run up the middle. And a good defensive stop there by Las Vegas. This one goes only 1 yard. And Littleton and Abram, they're trying to rip this ball out against their old teammate, Devontae Booker. 2nd and 9. Wow, they gave him 2 yards. All right, 2nd and 8 apparently. 2nd and 8. Daniel Jones, it looks like they're trying to do some sort of hurry-up offense here. Jones is going to go out of shotgun again. If you guys want to let me know who you're rooting for, type LV for the Raiders or NYG for the New York Giants. I know we got some Giants fans down there in the comments. 2nd and 8. Jones drops back. He's going to sling it out to Booker. Booker's going to pick up a 1st down. Dang it. I mean, Booker's really been their only offense. He's got 7 carries for 41 yards, and I believe he also leads the team in receptions as well. Actually, Ingram's still probably the leader there with 30, but Booker, he's got 3 catches for 23. I mean, you got to be able to figure out a way here to stop. Wow, the Cowboys are down 2 touchdowns to the Broncos. That's pretty wild. LV for the Raiders, NYG for the Giants. I want you repping the silver and black. That's what I want to see. 1st and 10, it's going to be another run with Booker up the middle, and he's going to pick up 6. I mean, it's the battle of the Raiders' interior defensive line. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted them to go out and I wanted them to either trade or, sign somebody at the DT tackle position was because the Raiders did a good job finding tackles that can get after a quarterback and are better in the pass rush game, but have struggled against the run. And really, it's been a pretty simple formula for the Giants. It's been, here's going to be our first game plan. It's going to be try to run the ball on 1st and 2nd down and have a short 3rd. 2nd and 5, ball at the 37. Another run with Booker and a great tackle made by Jonathan Abram. I mean, Abram comes in, just takes out Booker's feet, and it's going to be 3rd and 3. So the Raiders this season have blitzed on 14.9% of opponent dropbacks. That's fewest in the NFL. But they've been able to generate pressure with their big guys up front. Meaning Ngakoue, meaning Max Crosby. 3rd and 3. Let's go. Spam stop. Come on. Giants out of shotgun. Evan Ingram goes in motion. You got 2 receivers top left. Running back to the right. 5 seconds to call hike. 3rd and 3 for Jones. He drops back. Raiders, they bring 4. And it's 1st down. I believe that's Kyle Rudolph beating Brandon Faison for an easy 1st down. I mean, it's literally, so he's lined up down. I mean, it's a good route by a tight end. So he fakes that he's going out to the sideline, comes back inside, perfect ball. Not much face-on could do there. First down for the Giants. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Got a super chat from Alec D. Somebody's show of being looking out for Ruggs. Yeah. I definitely think, the issue is, the Raiders have opportunities where you can Uber, you can do certain things like that. Most NFL teams do. Henry elected to not do it. So, Alex, I get it. I understand a lot of people still want to show, Ruggs some support, but at the end of the day, it's kind of difficult. All right, we got a 10-yard penalty holding on the Giants, so that's going to bring them back a little bit. Native Queen J, so far the MVP of today's show. Every $20 super chat means I'm going to go ahead and spin the roulette wheel. So it's either going to be me doing something or Marshall doing something. We got, oh my goodness. All right, so I got to balance on one leg for 3 minutes. So somebody start the timer. I got to balance on one leg for 3 minutes. I don't even know if I can do that.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
Go.
All right, so I'm on one leg right now. If you guys don't believe me, I got black pants on, so it's kind of hard to see. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Defense, I guess. Giants out. Oh, man, I gotta balance on one leg, and now all of a sudden I can't talk and I can't figure out what I want to say. Daniel Jones out of shotgun. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be a gain of 6, maybe 7 yards. 2nd and 13. Who was that? It was Penny. Elijah Penny. That's his first carry of today's game. But, I mean, realistically, the Giants have been able to run whenever the heck they've wanted to. They got 12 carries for 57 yards. Daniel 6 of 6 for 65 yards or 69 yards and a touchdown. It's been the turnover. The turnover by Jones on that fumble has kind of been the difference so far in today's ball game. 2nd and 14. Jones drops back. Raiders bring some pressure. Corey Littleton, they got him. So it was a screen pass to Elijah Penny, beautifully sniffed out by the Raiders. I don't know how many yards that lost. I'm going to guess holy cow, 7-yard loss, 3rd and 21. I mean, the Raiders have been playing a lot of zone. And that's just a great play by Littleton, who I believe originally was supposed to blitz, realized that it was a screen, located the running back, and then was just like, all right, my only job now is to get the back. 3rd and 21. 3rd and 21. Shit. We got Daniel Jones. He's the lone back. Raiders bring 4. It's going to be a trick play. They throw it to Tony. Tony goes down. He was acting like he was going to pass it. Nobody was open. Nate Hobbs, tackle made. That's 4th down, baby. That's a great play by the Raiders. I think my 3 minutes is up.
No, 153.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
He's got another minute.
I got another minute. My leg is on fire.
2 minutes. 1 more minute.
So what they did there is they threw the ball to Tony, and Tony tried to act like he was going to throw the ball down the field. Hobbs got there pretty quick. Tony was a quarterback at Florida, so he has some ability to be able to throw the ball, which is maybe why he didn't throw it, because usually on those plays, the guy just chucks it downfield. I mean, if I would have been the coach for the Giants, I would have said, throw it down the field. Just throw it down there, because worst case, you're going to get a punt, though this punt is a freaking what's he doing? So they're trying to say that he touched it. But so the Giants, they probably could have got another 5-6 yards on the roll. The guy on special teams, though, tried to recover it, saying that one of the Raiders guys touched it, but same guy who hit the punter, so he's having himself a hell of a day. Put that guy on the bench.
10 more seconds for Mitch on one leg.
Oh, my God. 10 more seconds. This is killing me. I didn't do legs yesterday, though, so I guess this is a good little workout. I'm balancing on one leg because I had to spin the roulette wheel, and for every $20 super chat that we get, we spin the roulette wheel. Oh, man. That was a lot tougher than what I thought. If you guys want to grade my performance, I'd probably give myself an F because I fell twice. Have you guys ever balanced, though, for that long? It's not that easy. Now, we got 3,263 people watching right now. I know not everyone is subscribed to the Raiders Report. So, if you're a big-time fan, if you're looking for news and rumors, if you want to stay up to date, we got daily videos 100% free. All you got to do is subscribe. So, there's that big red button underneath the video. You can go ahead and you can click that. Or, I'm going to put a link which is a little bit easier for some people if they can't go ahead and find it. Subscribe to the Raiders Report. You click this link here, and then that way You guys are never going to miss anything. It's definitely going to be an important week to subscribe because if the Raiders go out and they get OBJ, if they go out and if they get Deshaun Jackson, I might go live. I mean, those are typically the kind of shows that I like going live for. Now, we'll always see what happens in terms of studio time and whatnot, but no matter what, you guys will 100%. You guys will get a video. I see, give Mitch a G from Light Green. I don't know if you mean a G for a grade or, depending on your name, an actual G. But either way, I think I'm okay. So if you guys haven't yet, please go ahead and sub. Believe it or not, it does help us out. I'm trying to get to 100K subs, so just sub, baby. The Raiders, they're up 10-7 over the New York Giants, and they're about to get the ball here. They're going to have it at the 13. I mean, this was a hell of a punt by the G-men. This thing rolled for probably like 20, 30 yards. It could have rolled a little bit more, but the guy who had a cheap shot on A.J. Cole, I guess he's just not bringing his brain today. He tried to recover it. Now, for those of you that want to know how we can do some different things, I'm going to make a deal real quick, okay? For the next 5 minutes, $10 is a roulette spin, and then $12 is Bean Boozled. So $10 will do roulette spin, $12 Super Chat is Bean Boozled, which is some gross or potentially good-tasting jelly beans. That's the deal that I got going on for the next 5 minutes starting right now. So the Raiders, they got the ball. Total yards, 97. The Giants' total yards, a little over 100. When you get a sec, put the other supers up on screen. Derek Carr, single back formation. It's going to be a run up the middle. I believe this is Drake. I can't tell if that's Kenyon Drake or if that was Jacobs. Either way, it's going to be a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards. It was Drake. So now we're looking at 2nd and 6. I know what the score provider says. No. Balance on one leg. Where is the Fireball? So I'm not drinking Fireball today because I don't want to promote alcoholism. So we're not going to do it today. 2nd and 7. Ball tipped. Oh, my goodness. So the ball was tipped looking for Kenyon Drake, and luckily it falls incomplete. Man, Adam Wallen, I love that we actually have a chance to stop them on 3rd and longs now, unlike last year. Dude, I didn't care if it was 3rd and 21. I literally felt on every 3rd down that the other team was going to get it, and it was so frustrating. But, man, I'm with you. 3rd and 7, who you going to? Let's go. 3rd and 7. 8 minutes, 55 seconds. 3rd down passing, Derek Carr, first in the NFL this year in terms of completion percentage and yards. DC out of shotgun. Giants bring 4. Carr looking, middle of the field. Throws it low, incomplete to Bryan Edwards. He had him open. Adoree Jackson on the coverage. I think Derek wishes that he had that one back. Now, it did hit Edwards in the hands, and maybe if Edwards would have slid, he would have potentially had a better opportunity, but I think Carr has to be able to make that throw. Edwards beat his guy going over the middle of the field. Carr had a clean pocket, was able to step up, put a lot of mustard on it, but it still fell incomplete. A.J. Cole, he's going to punt this one away. It's going to be caught at about the 25-yard line by the Giants, and he's taken down at about the 40. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the G-men. All right, guys, if you haven't yet, please go ahead and shout out your city. We're going to go ahead and give you guys a shout-out. We have Randy Perez is watching, wants to see more from Mariota. No, we're not putting Mariota in the game. Let's be real, y'all. I get that some people like Marcus, but Derek Carr has been a top 5 quarterback this year. You're not going to take out a top 5 QB for Mariota, but it's all good. What do we got? We got Vegas from Juan. Montero Bay from Silver and Black, North Salt Lake from Kip John K, Spokane, Washington from Nick, Dobson, North Carolina from EG, Dallas, Texas from Junebug. Well, Dallas, Texas, Junebug. We should go out sometime and get some food. We have Frisco, Texas, from Lawrence, Tulane, California, Ghost Town from Rated, Modesto, California from Angel. We got some Oakland people watching. Shout out to y'all. New York, this one's from Levi Olson. Hawaii from Randy Perez. Boston from Tony Collins. Pensacola, Florida, Scott. Sacktown from ED. San Luis, what up, man, from Monica. We have Hawaii. We got more people turning in from Claw, Washington, Lewistown. Much love to everyone tuning in right now here on the Raiders Report. So for those of you that don't know, we obviously, we spread far and wide, and I love people that, go ahead and they support the show. Raider Nation, at the end of the day, is 100% of family. So if you guys haven't yet, I do have a really good deal going on with one of our sportsbook partners. Their name is BetUS. So for anybody out there that wants to go ahead and put some money down on the Raiders to win this game, or if you want to bet on some other games throughout the entire week, any single day, all you got to do is go to chatsports.com/Raiders. Promo code Raiders125 gets you 125% deposit bonus. So not only is the 125% deposit bonus the best deal on the internet, we're also giving you guys a free Raiders jersey. So it's for first-time users only. So once you go to chatsports.com/Raiders, once you use promo code Raiders125 and put down at least a $100 deposit, we are then going to send you a free Raiders jersey. So send me your account number. Send me a screenshot of the bet you made, a jersey at chatsports.com. Send it there. If you don't have any idea what I'm talking about and you just want the details, I'll get you the details. Jersey at chatsports.com. So, guys, we got a 10-7 ball game here for Las Vegas. The Raiders on their very first drive, they went down and they scored a touchdown. The Giants on their first drive, they went down and they scored a touchdown. Since then, it's really only been a field goal, but that was really more thanks to the Unique Ngakoue forcing a fumble on Danny Dimes. The Raiders, they will get ball to start the second half, so if you're able to get another score on top, that would make me feel a lot better. That's going to be a false start. False start on the Giants. Yeah, this one's going to be on Devontae Booker. So false start on Booker. That's going to push him back. 1st and 15 now. I mean, Booker set up as the running back, just took a step in, and everyone was like, yeah, sorry, homeboy. 1st and 15. Ball at the 35-yard line. 8 minutes left. So the Giants, their first 4 possessions. Touchdown, punt, fumble, punt. Daniel Dimes out of shotgun, running back to the left, sends Evan Ingram in motion. Now that running back goes to the right side of Daniel. Call hike. Daniel throws it, finds Kenny Golladay, and he's going to be taken down. I don't know if it's going to be a first down, but that was a good pickup there. Slant route right over the middle. Golladay beats Casey Hayward. I mean, I've always said that Kenny Golladay is one of the better receivers in the league when fully healthy. He just can't stay healthy this season, and I don't think Jones is that good of a quarterback. But in today's game, Jones is 8 of 8 for 76 yards and a touchdown. It's 2nd and 1 right now for the Giants. I think that they're going to try to run the ball. They sent John Ross in motion. 2nd and 1, it's going to be a run to the right, and he's got plenty of room. Booker's loose, man. Booker takes it all the way down to the 31-yard line. Another big-time hole. So this Raiders defense has been getting gashed up front. I mean, today so far, the Giants running the football, they're at 14 carries for 71 yards. They're averaging 5.1 yards per carry. I mean, and that's even with Kadarius Toney having -8 rushing yards. So, Booker today is averaging 6.8 yards per carry. Their other running back, Penny's averaging 6 yards per carry. The defense needs to really step up here. 1st and 10. It's going to be another run up the middle. Booker, man, he got hit in the backfield by Hankins 4 yards deep, and he still was able to get 5 yards. What the hell is going on here with this Raiders defense? I mean, they're going to have to start putting some extra guys in the box, or else the Giants are just going to run it. And imagine if the Giants had Saquon. This would be even uglier. No disrespect to Booker. He ain't Saquon Barkley. 2nd and 5. 6 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the first half here. Now, if you guys want a shout out here on the Raiders Report, go ahead and give me a follow on IG at Mitchell Renz 365. Jones gets pressured. I mean, really good play by Jones. Gets pressured. Nobody's really open. Scrambles to the right. Throws it to Kyle Rudolph and still is able to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down, though. Forcing a field goal would be huge here for Las Vegas. If I'm Gus, I'm going to stack the box. I'm going to make them beat me with their arm. 3rd and 2. If you want a shout-out here on the Raiders Report, go ahead, give me a follow on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. So shout-out to Boss Lady J. Shout-out to Alchemy Las Vegas, Cannon Shooter, KCD. What up, what up? We got Zaylax and then Rada Girl. Much love to everyone who just gave me a follow on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. So let's go. Get those stops. I want you guys to act like you're at MetLife Stadium right now. 3rd and 2. Timeout by the Giants. That's their first timeout. The Raiders still have all 3 of their timeouts remaining as well. But we are sitting here at a nice little 3rd and 2. But I mean, the Giants, they've been able to move the football very well today against Las Vegas. I mean, Daniel's 9-9 for 79 yards and a touchdown. Sure, he has a fumble, but then running the ball, I mean, New York, man, they are totally gouging Las Vegas up the middle with their running backs. So Vegas needs to be able to figure out a way here to get a stop. Let's go. We got 3,266 people watching right now. Let me know who you got. LV for the Raiders or NYG for the New York Giants. You got the 5-2 Raiders on the road at MetLife Stadium up against the 2-6 G-Men. The Giants just used a timeout, which they've been able to move the ball, but since that first drive has not been going too well in terms of points. We got Tommy Fry spamming LV. Got a New York Giants fan in there from August. Guess what? You're going to get some Giants fans. It's just how it goes. Spam them out. Type LV. Giants lining up. Single back formation. It's going to be a run up the middle, and it's going to be, oh, he might be short. I think they're going to roll him. I think they're going to give him a first down. Raiders are celebrating, but I think this spot he's going to have a first. It's either that or it's going to be 4th and inches. This is going to be close. They gave him a first down, 1st and 10. Raiders players are a little bit shocked, and if I'm being honest, I think the spot was generous because where he fell, the ball was further back, and he laid the ball about a yard further. I mean, I think this should be 4th and 1. 1st and 10, though, for the Giants. Ball at the 21-yard line. Booker's got 75 rushing yards today. Raiders don't really look like they're going to challenge anything. Giants 1st and 10. Oh, man. Had an opportunity to tackle Booker down, probably for a loss of 1, and it's a missed tackle by Abram. It's going to be another 3-yard pickup for Booker, 2nd and 7. Got a super chat coming in from David Zahn. We are missing that breakaway speed. I mean, you're right. I mean, even when Henry didn't touch the football, he was making an impact literally every single day, every single snap, because you had to respect the speed. And now, yeah, I love Zay Jones, but he's not Henry Ruggs. 2nd and 7, Daniel Jones drops back. Getting pressured again. Yannick Ngakoue, sack. Spam sack, baby. Ngakoue already with a forced fumble recovered by Darius Philon. This time, comes off the right side again and gets a big-time sack. I mean, this is huge. Also, the Cowboys are losing 16-0 to the Broncos, which I guess I should technically root for the Cowboys. It's kind of painful. Kind of painful. Ngakoue, 2 sacks. Oh, man, love to see it. 3rd and 11. Let's go, Raiders. Spam that sack. Let's get a 3rd down stop here. Force a field goal. Jones out of shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. 1 guy down to the right. Jones looking. Raiders do get some pressure. Daniel, he's going to run it.
Face shot.
And he gets pushed out. I'll tell you what. Perriman's lucky that he didn't hit Jones because Perriman was going for a big-time hit and kind of whiffed. But I think if he would have hit him, this would have been helmet to helmet. I mean, Perriman still hit Jones in the face mask. Like, he was off target. He missed. Still hit his face mask. 4th down, though. The dude, Super Chat, Carr got my support for life now. I mean, I'm going to support whoever's going to be the quarterback for the Raiders. 35-yard field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. Graham Gano got a 10-10 ball game. 10-10 ball game going on right now. Now, there's 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining left in this game. If you guys are looking for more Raiders videos the entire season, always remember that we got you covered here at the Raiders Report. Now, this week I made probably more videos than I have in a very long time for the Raiders. I am trying to get to 100,000 subs. If this is the first time you've come across this show and you're probably like, damn it, I am sick and tired of this guy telling me to sub. Well, guess what? I tell people because usually it's like 60% of the people that watch what we do here aren't actually subscribed, which always kind of blows my mind. If you don't know how, remember you can click the link that I just put in the chat, or you can click the subscribe button right underneath the video. But we are a channel for Raider Nation, made by Raider Nation, so please go ahead and hit that sub. Got a $20 super chat coming in here, and remember, I want you guys to see the roulette wheel spin, which is basically We said for the final 5 minutes. So basically what I'm going to do here is this. I'm going to spin the roulette wheel. For every $20 super chat that we get, I said I'd spin the wheel. So we got, let's see. I got to do the Bean Boozled. Crap. I hate these things. So what you guys don't know, we got these jelly beans, right? So we spun the roulette wheel for $20 super. And some of the flavors are spoiled milk, which Marshall had earlier, dead fish, rotten egg, toothpaste, barf, dirty dishwater, stink bug, stinky socks, booger, canned dog food. Now there's also some good flavors, but not what we were hoping for. All right. So this is either going to be canned dog food or chocolate pudding. Canned dog food grosses me out. So here we go. Oh my God. Oh. I feel like Jeremy's just eating all the good ones and leaving all these shitty ones in there. Oh my God. That was terrible. If you guys have an opportunity, you want to get your kids some jelly beans and that way they don't eat candy anymore, dude, that's what you got to do. I mean, that was bad. I mean, it literally tasted, like how dog food smells, like wet dog food. You open it up and it's got that stench. That's what it tasted like. Oh my goodness, not good. Not good at all. All right, y'all, so the Giants, they're getting ready to kick this one away. We got 1,376 likes. Let's get to 2,000 likes, and I'll donate more money to Tina Tinter's GoFundMe. So for every 1,000 likes, we go ahead and we donate $10 to her GoFundMe. I'm trying to raise as much awareness and as much money as we possibly can. Richard, good return here by Jalen Richard. Gets the ball all the way up to the 30. I mean, it's a really, really nice return. Bisaccia, I don't know what he's looking for. He's smiling. He's pointing at something. It's been a hell of a journey, though. Got a $10 super chat coming in. Where is the deep ball? Need Zay Jones. I mean, Zay's been on the field for a few plays. Now, again, you're not going to have the deep ball like you used to have. But, again, you're trying to replace somebody who you drafted in the first round who had some elite speed. There's no doubt about it. Deep ball, though, I'm with you. J.R. Raider says, dope flask. Yeah, I got it 2 years ago. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Jacobs up the middle, and he's going to pick up 7 yards. I mean, this has been, both teams have been able to really run the football today. Especially the Giants have been absolutely killing the Raiders. But Jacobs, he's got 7 carries for 53 yards. He's averaging 7.6 yards per carry. Now, the Raiders do have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Plus, and I mean plus, they get ball at half. 2nd and 3, Zay Jones goes in motion. Now Jones lines up behind Derek Carr and behind Josh Jacobs. And it's going to be a fake. They were looking to fake it to Zay. It's going to be a run up the middle with Josh, and he gets taken down, gain of about 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Who are you going to? I'd probably actually run it here with Josh. Run it right up the middle. It's been effective. You've been able to gain some yards. 8 carries, 55 yards for him. Derek Carr coming off the field on 3rd and 1. I'm guessing Mariota's out on the field. So Carr comes off the field. It's 3rd and 1. Mariota now in the game. Here we go. So chin strapped unbuttoned, which I don't know if I like. Mariota 3. I believe there's going to be a 2-minute warning here. So the Raiders, they show a glimpse, and it's going to be a 2-minute warning. Ah, man, do you like Mariota being out on the field? Yes or no? Super chat from David Zahn. Given a chance, assuming either become available to us, OBJ or Deshaun Jackson. I still think OBJ is the better overall player, but the guy that's more likely is Deshaun Jackson. I don't really know if it's all that close. Also, an injury update. Trevor Lawrence down on the field grabbing his lower leg after getting rolled up on. You obviously don't like to see that kind of stuff happen, especially to good young football players. Now, if anybody out there wants to bet on the Raiders game this week, you want to bet on the Raiders game next week up against the Chiefs, Sunday Night Football. If you want to bet on any game, if you want to bet on the NBA, I was going to say the MLB, but the Braves already won the World Series there. There's one place to do it and one place only, y'all. That's at chatsports.com/Raiders. You make sure you use promo code Raiders125. That gets you the 125% deposit bonus. Once you deposit $100, you're going to get $125 for free to bet with. Then, I want you to take a screenshot of your account number and of the bet that you made. Can be $5, can be $10. And then I want you to send it to me, a screenshot of that, to my email, jersey@chatsports.com. So essentially, you're putting down $100. You're getting $125 extra to bet with. And on top of that, you're getting a Raiders jersey. So if you like betting on sports, if you haven't got started with us yet, you put down $100, get $125 for free to bet with, and on top of that, a free Raiders jersey. Email us for the details, chatsports or jersey@chatsports.com. Oh boy, man, this has been kind of an up and down first quarter for Las Vegas. Really hoping they can come away with a touchdown, go up 17-10. Maybe 17-10, and then you go into half, you get the ball back at the half. Shout out to producer Marshall for putting this in here. What do you guys think? If you could only pick one, which wide receiver would you rather the Raiders go out and get? I want you to type D for Deshaun Jackson, or I want you to type O for OBJ. Again, I'd probably say Jackson is by far the much more likely candidate than OBJ. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spam my D. But, hey, get your votes in. Keep them coming. A lot of D's flowing in right now. That's what she said. Chu said, though, says, oh. Got a D coming in from Alejandro and Jeremy's. A few more O's coming in. Let me know. Who would you rather have? So Marcus Mariota is no longer in the game. It's 3rd and 1. Derek Carr sends Waller in motion. It's going to be a throw to Alec Ingold. Ingold hurdles a guy. Oh, Alec Ingold, what a hurdle. First down, Raiders. Alec Ingold with the hurdle. Holy cow. First down, Raiders. Love it. Right over Adoree Jackson. You can say what you want about Ingold. I really think Ingold's one of the better athletes in the entire league. Like, he was a incredible wrestler coming out of college, or incredible wrestler coming out of high school. Played linebacker at Wisconsin. Then he got converted to fullback because he's like, shit, this guy likes to hit people. And now, minute 52 remaining. 2 timeouts remaining here for the Raiders after they call a timeout. Xavier Rudis, how good can the Raiders be if they get their defense in good form? I mean, I think the Raiders have played pretty well so far. I mean, I've been impressed by the Raiders. I think they have a top 15 defense, but appreciate the super chat. Let's go to Jack Bishop. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spin the roulette wheel for you. What's your thoughts on Worthy Texas? Is he available to draft? If your thoughts also on Richie B being the next year's head coach. I've said this before. If the Raiders make the playoffs and they win a playoff game, I think you keep Bisaccia, everything that's been going on with him. And then OBJ, I don't think that one's as likely. Carr could definitely be a Super Bowl MVP runner, though. No doubt about it, if they make it. Let's go to 2nd and 2. DC finds Jalen Richard, and then he finds him again. So Richard first picks up 8 yards, and then on the very next play, Carr hits him again. He's going to pick up another 10. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball at the 36-yard line. So you're getting close now to Daniel Carlson's range, and I believe that they are in Carlson's range. There's a minute 7 remaining. Carr drops back. Some whistles down. There's a flag. I don't know if this is going to be a false start on the Raiders. I think they're giving it on Brandon Parker. It's going to be a false start on him. Hang on. We're going to wait, though. I don't know if they want to elect a penalty. Carr was pretty upset. Let's see what it is here. 1st and 10, though, for the Raiders. There was a penalty down. Minute 4 remaining. Also, I spun the roulette wheel, and Marshall has to have a spoonful of the mac and cheese ice cream. Yep, so it's a false start on Brandon Parker. That's a big-time penalty because that's now going to take you out of field goal range. You got it at the 41-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 15. Super chat from Connor S. Love the jersey. Where you get it? I got it on Instagram. And unfortunately, I don't remember the shop. It was literally on like an Instagram site. It popped up one time, but it's a custom jersey. For those that don't know, Renz365, always trying to rep. But Marsh, if somebody can, Sam, somebody, Jeff. Nobody can hear me. 1st and 15 for the Raiders. We'll do it at halftime. Carr drops back, looking, middle of the field. Waller, first down Raiders. What a freaking catch by Darren Waller. Goes up, gets hit in the head. Probably should be an extra penalty tacked onto it. But Waller comes down, shows why he's one of the best in the biz. First down Raiders, 42 seconds remaining. After a nice little pitch and catch there, DC finds one of the best in the game. Waller coming in, he only had one catch for 6 yards, now up to 2 grabs for 26. Waller, that's actually a good tackle there by Bradbury. Honestly, this should have been a late hit on DC. He got hammered afterwards. I think if Tom Brady would have been there, it would have been a penalty. First down Raiders, spam those ones. The Raiders take a timeout. We got a 10-10 ball game, 1 timeout remaining. Harry, can you give me the mac and cheese ice cream for old Marsh over here? In the freezer, yeah. So we spun the roulette wheel. Marshall's got to eat mac and cheese. Now, honestly, I know this company, they have this mac and cheese ice cream, and it sells well for them. Honestly, I'd rather eat one of these Bean Boozled freaking jelly beans. Imagine ice cream that tastes like Kraft mac and cheese. Derek, 1st and 10. Hunter Renfrow. Renfrow, 1st and 10. Or on 1st and 10. They pick up about 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd down. Raiders now trying to hurry up. Ball at the 14-yard line. They are in the red zone. Carr, 24 seconds remaining. Drops back. Looking, gets pressured, gets out of it. Carr scrambling to his right. Throws it to the end zone. Incomplete. Zay Jones. And that cameraman just got rocked. Oh, my goodness. Holy cow. Is he all right? He's up. He's smiling. Dude, Zay Jones and Adoree Jackson totally laid out this. Azeez Ojulari should definitely have brought down Carr. My goodness. That cameraman got hit in the balls by Zay Jones' helmet. 3rd and 3, 15 seconds remaining. Raiders have 1 timeout. Ball at the 14. Let me know who you got. LV for the Raiders, NYG for the New York Giants. 3rd and 3, Carr drops back. Looking, shot to the end zone, had him wide open. Derek Carr had Darren Waller wide open in the end zone, and he missed him. Carr misses Darren Waller wide open in the end zone.
13-10 Raiders, Sam.
Carr missed Darren Waller wide open in the end zone. That's frustrating. That's a bad throw by Carr. Oh, my goodness. He's so mad at himself right now, and he absolutely should be. All right, Daniel Carlson out. Kick is up. Kick is good. Raiders got a 13-10 lead, 6 seconds remaining. Now, because of the super chat we had earlier, Alex Thompson says, Ingold is really badass. You're 100% right. I love Ingold. He brings a lot of toughness. He's a great leader on this team as well. But here we go. So we got mac and cheese ice cream. I want you to see what it is, though. So I forget what brand this is. So, limited edition, and I'm not kidding you. It literally tastes like mac and cheese in ice cream form. It's terrible. I hate it. There's even chunks of mac and cheese in there. So imagine mac and cheese in ice cream form. I forget why we ended up getting it, but we have it. So we're just going to torture the Giants fan. We can keep on getting them to do that. It's bad. Didn't even try to jump for Waller. You're right. Waller did not jump. However, the issue is if he would have jumped, I don't know if he would have been able to get his feet down. What should have happened is Carr should have threw a strike there, and it should have been an easy pitch and catch. Should have been a touchdown. But instead, we got a 13-10 ball game.
I'll take this whatever.
Man, I wish we could have got that one back. Jack Bishop says, show idea. Super Chat MVP gets put in the corner for the entire show. Might encourage people who don't do a Super Chat. Hope you're well, my bruh. Or bra. And everyone sub. I actually like the idea of doing a Super Chat MVP. I would say so far the 2 Super Chat MVPs are Jack Bishop, and then I would go ahead and say Native Queen J. So Native Queen J, I don't remember if we did this one. We got Brandon C. Schultz. If OBJ goes to the Raiders and they win today, Oh, man, Marshall has to buy an OBJ jersey. I don't think he wants to do that, but that would be fun. He said he used to have one. Let's go to Alex Thompson. Yes, yes, yes. They didn't win the World Series. Took 26 years for me to see another Braves World Series. I'm a Mets fan, Alex, so I don't like that one. Connor S., love the jersey. Where'd you get it? I said on Instagram before. Alec Ingold, he's a badass. I got it. And then Jack, show idea, Super Chat MVP gets put in the corner. So I think what you mean is I have a graphic that people can go in the corner. I have to design it, though, so I do like the idea. It could be something that we do on an upcoming Raiders Report show. So we got a 13-10 ball game. We're going to go to halftime here. I'm going to get some lunch. When I come back, we will be doing more of this Raiders Report watch party. The Raiders are going to get the ball at the half, but as it stands right now, they are up 13-10. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do, because for every 1,000 likes we get, we're going to donate $10 to the Tina Tinner GoFundMe for her dog and Max. And I want you guys, while I'm gone, letting me know who you got. Type LV for the Raiders, NYG for the New York Giants. And then I see spin the wheel from Native Queen. I will spin the wheel right when I come back. Let me know who you got. LV for the Raiders, NYG for the New York Giants. Raider Nation, we are back here getting ready to get the second half kicked off. The Raiders, they are up 13-10. And obviously when we do these watch parties, you're going to get some Giants fans that come on, walk in. I mean, hell, I got a Giants fan right next to me over here. So let me know who you got. LV for the Las Vegas Raiders or NYG for the New York Giants. We're going to stay live for the third quarter, for the fourth quarter, and then right when this game ends, we're then going to go ahead and do a post-game reaction show. So let me know who you got. LV for the Raiders, NYG for the Giants. I need a sip of water, so give me a sec. Literally inhaled my lunch. We got Native Queen J. Spin that wheel. You got it, Native Queen J. Every $20 super chat that comes in, we're going to go ahead and spin the roulette wheel, and it's going to land on Get Punched. Sick. So Marshall gets to put on a boxing glove, and he gets to hit me in the face. Face? Actually, face or stomach, I'll let you guys vote. F for face, S for stomach. So, Marsh, whenever you want to go get the boxing mitt, that's up to you. You got Jack Bishop. If OBJ signs, hook me up with the jersey. I mean, I don't even know when I'll be able to get my hands on an OBJ jersey. And then Donish CH just sends in a winking face. So, appreciate the super. If you have an actual question, you can go ahead and do so. I'm surprised by the amount of people that want to see me get hit in the face. I'm a little upset about that, but it's okay. It's up to y'all. Marshall's gonna get the boxing glove. All I ask, you don't hit me in the nose, because there's a good chance I'll get a bloody nose if that does end up happening. And the Giants are kicking this away to the Raiders, and it's going to be received by Jalen Richard at the goal line. And Richard getting upfield, taken down at about the 32-yard line. I mean, it's a good return by Jalen. He's had two very solid returns in this game so far. Roberto Gonzalez says, hit him in the face. Balls. No. Balls, that's absolutely not going to happen. All right, Marsh. So you guys got the pick. Most of the votes came in for face. Don't mess up his face from Native Queen J. Native, I appreciate that. We got 1st and 10. For the Raiders, I formation. It's going to be a run up the middle with Jacobs, and he goes nowhere, gains nothing. He did a little bit too much dancing there. I actually think he had a hole. It got sealed up pretty quickly. So Marshall gave me some evil laugh right before he walked up on here. So, oh God. And I'm getting all right. So we spun the roulette wheel. Oh my God. Got Canelo over here. Oh, you're really moving this, huh? Oh, God! Honestly, the fact that I got caught off guard, that might have helped me out. So Carr and the Raiders, they try to set up a screen with Jacobs, and it's a really good play there by Azeez Ojulari, where Azeez was able to sniff that one out. If Azeez doesn't shoe tackle Jacobs, he's got a lot of running room there, but unfortunately it's a gain of only 2. So we got 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Jennifer Power says, I don't like it. I'm with you. It's all good, though. Hopefully the faces stays okay. But we got now 3rd and 7. Let's go, Raiders. Who are you going to? Brian Edwards to the left. Hunter Renfrow to the left. Zay Jones to the right. Giants bring pressure. Carr picked off. This is going to the... Carr gets picked off. It's going to be a pick 6. Xavier McKinney, pick 6 on Derek Carr. I mean, it's a terrible throw by Derek. Derek Carr, terrible throw that leads to a pick 6. Man, that one hurts, dude. I'm tweeting that out. So Derek Carr, terrible pass, looking for Renfrow that leads to a pick 6.
Dude, that's a double.
Wow.
You just got punched in.
I mean, so Carr just threw it behind him. So he's looking for an out route. He needs to throw this one closer to the sidelines, and he just throws it way too inside. It's an easy ball for McKinney, and I mean, there we go. So we're up 13-10 at half. Thinking that, all right, it's going to be good, and then that happened. Wow. I mean, that was bad. It was really, really bad. So Raiders down 17-13 now to the New York Giants after a pick six by Xavier McKinney. Extra point was up, and it is good. So can the Raiders respond here? Can the Raiders respond here?
Suck it, Derek.
All right, relax over there. Relax over there. Damn it. We got 2,497 people watching. If we get to 2,000 likes, I'll then go ahead and donate $20 to Tina's GoFundMe. For those of you that are wondering, I usually drink on these shows. I didn't really want to drink today because obviously everything that happened with Henry Ruggs this current week. Figured, I'm going to do my job instead of promoting me drinking. Let's go ahead and promote and support Tina Tinter and her dog, Max, that lost their lives this week because of Henry Ruggs' drunk driving. So what I'm doing here is for every 1,000 likes that we get on today's show, I'm going to make a $10 donation. So right now we're at 1,600 likes, so obviously 400 more likes, I'll donate $20. And then if you haven't donated yet and you wish to do so, go to chatsports.com/donate. And then that's going to be able to go to the Tina Tinter GoFundMe. So chatsports.com/donate. You can put in $10. You can put in $5. I mean, it's totally up to you. I think at the end of the day, showing the family that Raider Nation's going to support. So since I've been doing today's show, about $2,000 have been raised. So I don't know if that's all because of everyone watching. I also know that there's been a lot of people out there sharing it as well. But, I mean, Jeffrey L. Willis just put in a $100 donation, and somebody with the name Anonymous just put in a $5,000 donation. So pretty crazy. That's so far the top donation. So I mean, amazing things seeing stuff like that. Go ahead and support Tina Tinter's family for everything that they're dealing with right now. I just got mentioned in a story at Mitchell Renz 365, and it's because Marshall punches me in the face. So I'm going to share that. we need a Raiders touchdown here. Need a Raiders touchdown. If you want to watch Marshall punching me in the face, you can go ahead and do so at Mitchell Renz 365. And he just tweeted me, man. Gary Wycuff, where the F is Foster?
Great question.
I don't know where Foster Moreau is. If I'm been trying to figure that one out myself. Jalen Richard returns it, and he's going to get out to about the 30-yard line. There is a flag out on the field. Come on, DC. Carrs looked a little bit rough in this one. You can definitely tell that the Raiders' offense is missing their big play threat. Illegal double-team block on the Raiders. Going to be half the distance to the goal, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders here. And they're probably going to be backed up now at around like the 12, maybe 11-yard line. I'm not 100% sure where. They said half the distance to the goal, so I don't know if it's from the spot of that foul. We're going to figure that out. 2,760 people watching. Let me know who you got. LV for the Raiders, or I want you to go ahead and type NYG for the New York Giants. So the Raiders, they have the ball at the 7-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Fake handoff to Jacobs. Carr back in his own end zone. Throws it to Alec Ingold. Ingold stiff arms the guy. Picks up a 1st down, Raiders. Here we go. 1st down, Raiders. Spam those ones. So all that was a nice little quick trying to get the ball out. Hit Ingold on the flat. Ingold athletic enough to be able to get up the field. Stiff arm somebody. And then there we go. 1st down, Raiders. Raiders down 17-13 up against the Giants after a pick six by Derek Carr. He was looking for Hunter Renfrow. Renfrow also not in the game right now. You got Zay Jones, Brian Edwards, Darren Waller. Sends Kenyon Drake into motion. Carr is going to throw it to Drake on the right side, and Drake gets up the field for another Raiders 1st down. Here we go. Another nice 1st down there by Kenyon. So Drake was lined up on the left side. They then send him in motion after a fake handoff to Jacobs, and then Carr threw it to Drake right on the flat. Drake does the rest, gets upfield, 1st down. Oh, they might have actually rolled him short. It's going to be 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Come on, Raiders. So far today, the Raiders 10 rushing plays, 25 passing plays. On 2nd and 1, Jacobs is going to take the run to the right. Makes a guy miss. He's loose. What a run by Jacobs. I mean, he looks much, much healthier today. They've been able to run block very well for him, and he opens up another nice little hole. So before that run, 9 carries, 56 yards. He's now going to probably be about 10 for, 70? A nice pickup there by Jacobs, by the Raiders. First down. Here we go. Jacobs, 10 carries for 70 yards today. Raiders got the ball now at the 46-yard line. Single back formation. Derek's changing up the play. Now they drop back into shotgun. Giants bring 5. Carr gets it out quick to Renfro. Gain of about 6. 2nd down and 4. Now, one of the things that the Raiders were really going to try to do is they were going to try to put more control in DC's hands. Some injuries to be able to keep you guys up to date on. Keyshawn Nixon and Nick Kwiatkowski are both headed to the locker room. They were carted off the field. Both of those guys have been battling some minor injuries the entire season. Obviously not a good sign. 2nd and 5 for Jacobs. Carries it up the middle. He's going to be just short of a first down. We're going to be looking at 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches here for Las Vegas. I mean, this is definitely not how I anticipated this game to go. I did anticipate the Raiders to be able to try to throw the ball a little bit more, but they've been very successful being able to run. I mean, Jacobs, 11 carries, 74 yards. Drake only has 1 carry for 3, but it's been the Jacobs show. Derek, QB sneak. Oh, man, I don't think he got this. He's going to be short, so the Raiders try to QB sneak it. The official ruled a first down. I think he was short. He might have fell forward. It's where the ball is, though. So they give him a first down. So it's a first down, Raiders. And I don't know if there's going to be enough evidence to be able to look at this one more, but as it stands right now, first down, Raiders. Come on, LV. Let's get it going. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Fake handoff to Kenyon Drake. Carr all day to throw. He's going to check it down to Renfro. Renfro makes one guy miss and then gets tackled. Gain of about 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Maybe 2nd and 1. And there's some weird games going on around the NFL. The Cowboys are losing 19-0 right now to the Broncos. Holy crap. From what I've been told, Dak doesn't look too good. 2nd and 1, Renfro comes off the field. Let me know who you got, LV for the Raiders or NYG for the New York Giants. Carr drops back on 2nd and 1. Throws it downfield. Double coverage. Brian Edwards. Incomplete. I mean, he's lucky that ball wasn't picked. I don't know what Carr's doing there. I mean, that's perfect coverage by the Giants. It's double coverage. I get that you're looking for Edwards. I mean, Edwards does a good job. Look, he gets his hand in there. If Edwards doesn't get his hand in there, that's probably a pick. 3rd and 1. If I'm the Raiders, if I don't get it here, I go for it again. It should be 2 straight runs with Josh Jacobs. 3rd and 1. Run up the middle. Oh, man. Jacobs lost a yard. What a stop there by the Giants. Jacobs lost the yard. I don't mind the play call. It was just poor blocking. I mean, this play got blown up right up the middle. It's going to be 4th and 2. It's going to leave the Raiders and Bisaccia with a difficult decision here. I mean, if you bring in Carlson, you're looking at a 53, 54-yard field goal attempt. The Raiders, they're going to go for it, and it's Marcus Mariota out on the field. 4th and 2. Mariota out on the field. I formation. Mariota calls hike. He's going to scramble. Mariota picks up the first down with his legs. First down, Raiders. Mariota first down. Oh, man. First down run. Mariota's 3rd carry of the season. I mean, it was a fake fullback dive with Ingold. And then it's a run to the right. So, Mariota, you can either keep it or you pitch it. Man, that's a ballsy call, but it's a first down. 6-yard run, baby. First and 10 for the Raiders. This drive, 10 plays, 63 yards. It's going to be a run to the left with Jacobs. Jacobs makes a guy miss. Plows ahead, fumbled. No, he's got it. Oh, my goodness, I thought he fumbled. There is a flag down, though. All right, we're going to wait to see what this flag is. The Raiders are walking back, so I believe it's going to be something on Las Vegas. Illegal formation on Brandon Parker. Hang on a second. I got to see this one again. We got a few super chats coming in here. I see one from Alex. Here come the car haters in the comments. Typical. I mean, you have to admit, it was a bad throw by DC. All right, car haters having a souk again? What? Fake Raider fans next week. That'll be loving 3 touchdowns against the Chiefs. I mean, I would definitely love 3 touchdowns also. So, that illegal formation brings the Raiders back. So, instead of first and goal at the 7, it's first and 15 now at the 14. Carr throws a freaking strike over the middle. Zay Jones, first down Raiders, down at the 14. So, the Giants brought a cornerback blitz there. I believe it was Logan Ryan on the right side. No, it was a cornerback blitz on Carr's blind side. And DC was able to just find Zay Jones. I mean, this was an absolute strike for a first down for Las Vegas. Ball now at the 14. Come on, Raiders. Let's get it going. Like the video. If you guys haven't liked the video yet, please go ahead and do so. Once we get to 2,000 likes, I'm going to donate $20 to Tina Tinter's GoFundMe. On first and 10, it's a run up the middle with Kenyon Drake. Picks up 4 yards. Second and 7, second and 6. Show me those TDs. Let's go. Second and 6, second and 7. Also, an injury update. Josh Jacobs on that last run that he had limped off the field. So we'll see what's going to happen with him. Obviously, he's been dealing with a lot of injuries this season. He had to limp off the field. So it's Kenyon Drake in the game as it stands right now. Second and 7 for Las Vegas is the 13th play of the drive. It's a fake handoff to Drake. Carr directing traffic. He's going to keep it. He's going to run. Slides down. Gains about 5. It's going to be 3rd and 2. So Carr couldn't find anyone open. Had to scramble. Gets up the middle of the field. And slides down. All right, so we got 3rd and 2. 3rd and 3. Ball at the 7-yard line. Super chat coming in from Joshua Nab. We've come back from worse. I'm not worried. Raider Nation. I am worried because we are down. We don't have Henry Ruggs, which obviously hurts the offense. But you're right. We have definitely come back from much worse. 3rd and 3. This drive has eaten up 8 minutes of play clock. Derek Carr out of shotgun. Drops back. Looking back at the end zone. It's 4th and 3. I mean, it's a bad throw by Carr. He had single coverage on Waller, and he throws in the back of the... this ball had no chance. I mean, he was looking for Waller, and again, I don't think it's a bad play design, but that ball goes 6-7 yards out of bounds. It's a bad throw by Carr. Carr just doesn't have it today. I mean, it's about as simple as that. He looks all out of sorts. So here comes Daniel Carlson out to attempt the field goal. That was the offensive line, not Carr, on Jack Bishop. I don't know what you were watching there, but sorry, homie, I don't think you're right. Daniel Carlson makes the field goal. We got a 17-16 ball game. 17-16 ball game. This has been a little bit of a lower scoring game. Hopefully, you bet the under on this one. If you didn't, well, maybe here's your chance now to bet the under for the rest of the game. If you want to bet on every Raiders game, you can go ahead and do so at chatsports.com/Raiders. Just make sure you use that promo code Raiders125. That's going to get you 125% deposit bonus. So if you deposit $100, you get $125 for free to bet with. And on top of that, for new users over at BetUS, for first-time people that use chatsports.com/Raiders, and to remember to use the promo code Raiders125, I'm also going to throw in a free Raiders jersey. So email me your account number, send me a picture of the first bet that you made, and send it to my email, jersey@chatsports.com. If you can't remember everything I just said, we'll give you the details. Just email me, jersey@chatsports.com. All right, y'all. So the Giants were able to get some pressure there on Carr. It still was not a very good throw by DC, but, I mean, this has been, You definitely can tell, though, Carr's targeting Waller. I believe that's the third time in today's game that he's targeted Waller in the red zone, in the back of the end zone. We got Carlos 47, his super chat. Derek Carr is the only weak link today. You know, I don't agree with that. DC's definitely not having his A-plus game, but the receivers haven't really done as much either to get open. I mean, again, we had to know that the loss of Ruggs was definitely going to be able to hurt the offense, but what's a good way to put it? The running game has been much better. The blocking has been much better. But now with Jacobs potentially getting injured, I mean, this definitely could be pretty interesting here. So I see a few L's coming in right now. I'm not really sure what the L's are for. I don't know if you're throwing me an L or what. But regardless, we got a 17-16 ball game. New York Giants up against the Las Vegas Raiders. Let me know who you got down in the comments. LV for the Raiders or NYG for the New York Giants. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to the Raiders Report, I would appreciate if you went ahead and do so. I believe we're, 14 subs away? 14 subs away from 95,000. So, Marsh, if you could actually do me a favor and put on sub-only chat. So we're going to put on sub-only chat, which basically means unless you're subscribed, you won't be able to talk. So you're not going to be able to comment anymore unless you're subbed. I like to do this simply because, you know, it rewards people that are actually subscribed. Also, a major injury update here. Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins both will not play against the 49ers. So if anybody's got Murray or Hopkins in your fantasy team, adjust your lineup. Now, if you are subbed to the Raiders Report, spam me, and I'll give you a shout out here. We have Ghost Fan says, what up, what up? James Owens Bay, Joe Cleveland, Con the Can, Claire Baina, Samuel, Silver and Black, Joe Girardi, Shanav, Porto. We have, who else? Raider, Rog, Ryan John, Mr. Emerald, Jose Delgado, Damian Rojas. If you are not subscribed, you will not be able to comment from here on out. So make sure you hit that big red button. That's to subscribe here on the Raiders Report. So the Giants, they are up 17-16 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter of action. And it's going to be a run up the middle with Booker, and Booker's going to get about 2 yards. We're looking at 2nd and 8. I mean, the Giants have been able to run the football very effectively today, especially with Booker, who's got 14 carries, 480 yards. I mean, he's averaging just under 6 yards per carry. I think the Raiders have done a good job being able to get pressure on Jones, but, I mean, you're talking about a game right now where the Giants are averaging about 5 yards per carry, and Daniel Jones has yet to throw an incompletion, and you're down by only 1. It's pretty incredible. Daniel today, though, is 9-9 for 79 yards. On 2nd and 8, there's the first incompletion. Incomplete ball looking for, I believe that was Kyle Rudolph, and it hit Rudolph right in the gut. He probably should have caught that ball. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Oh, man, the Browns are just laying it to the Bengals right now. They're up 31-10 after a 70-yard touchdown run by Nick Chubb. I think I played Nick Chubb this week in fantasy. 3rd and 8. Raiders are showing blitz. Perriman backs off. Raiders still showing blitz. They do. They bring pressure. Kenny Golladay, first down. Golladay just beat face on. I mean, he had it was just man-on-man coverage. Golladay, simple slant route over the middle. Raiders brought pressure. I mean, that's asking face on to do a lot. I mean, it's good coverage. It's just a perfect ball by Daniel Jones. Perfect ball by Jones leads to a first down by the Raiders, or first down for the Giants. We got 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Kenny Golladay, 2 catches for 28 yards. When the Raiders have blitz, they've been burned so far today. We got 1st and 10. It's going to be another run up the middle with Booker, and he goes nowhere. Loss of 1, or he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Either way, we're looking at 2nd and 10. Ashley Cruz wants an INT. How about this? We haven't done it today. What's going to happen here on this drive? If you think the Giants are going to score a touchdown, type TD. If you see an interception, type INT. Fumble or a turnover, type fumble, type TO. Let me know what's going to happen here on this drive. Or if you're going to go with a punt, hey, throw a punt in there. Jack Bishop, Super Chat. 2nd and 10 for the Giants out of shotgun. Daniel Jones looking left the entire way. Evan Ingram pushed out of bounds, gain of about 3, maybe 4. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. I will say one of Daniel's biggest problems, man, he just stares down guys for days. I mean, just stares them down. I mean, like, that ball I actually think was a good route by Ingram. Probably had some open room, but Jones, since he called hike, literally just watched him and watched him and watched him and watched him. 3rd and 8, let's get it going. 3rd down conversions today. The Giants are 4 of 7. Their average yards to go, 6.9. This one's 3rd and 8. Raiders showing blitz again. They back off a little bit. Jones. Raiders bring 4. Oh, my. What is KJ Wright doing? Oh, he's trying to jump out of the way. 3rd and 8. So KJ Wright was on the sideline. Kadarius Toney, he gets matched up here with Denzel Perriman. And I've been saying it. Teams are taking advantage. If you're going to, whoever gets matched up against Perriman, that's where they end up going on 3rd down. Perriman's a tackling machine, but he is such a liability in coverage. 1st down Giants, another 3rd down conversion. The ball's now at the 49, 48-yard line. It's a fake handoff. Giants, oh my goodness, Kyle Rudolph. So the Raiders brought a blitz with Nate Hobbs. There's a flag down on the field. Wow. Roughing the passer on Nate Hobbs. I got to see this. So roughing the passer on Nate Hobbs. So Jones. Yep. Yep. I mean, you just can't do that in today's NFL. You can't hit the quarterback in the head with both of your hands. I mean, it's just, it's the way it is, man. It's just the way that it is. So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't all that late. It's just you can't hit a quarterback in the head with both hands. It's about as blatant as it's going to get. So, 15-yard penalty after roughing the passer. The Giants now have it 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. We do got 2 Super Chats to get to, so Marsh, when you can, I want to get to Jack, and I'm going to get to Way Too Real. 1st and 10. It's going to be a run up the middle, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. 5-yard pickup here for the Giants, 2nd and 5. Man. All right, so we got, first one was coming in from Jack. Can the Mariota supporters understand he's not good and is only there for 3rd and 4th short? So I think he's good with his role, but he's not good enough to be a starting quarterback in today's NFL, and that I'll sit on. I'm not afraid to say that one out loud. Let's go to Way Too Real. That's what I like. Make haters subscribe. You show better than what their team has. Yeah, I mean, I think the Raiders Report has more subs than the Giants YouTube channel, so don't quote me on that. But we do also have a Giants show, and it's ran by Marsh, so I'm not going to rip on it too much. We got 1st and 10 for the Giants, so after a 7-yard pickup by Booker. I mean, the Raiders better figure out how to stop the run. I understand that people were like, oh, they did a good job up against the Eagles, and they did a good job up against the Broncos. I mean, they're getting torched today on the ground.
This is the best we've run the football all year, easily.
Also, Yannick Ngakoue going into the medical tent. That's a big loss. I mean, Ngakwe's been the best defender on the Raiders today. If it wasn't for him forcing a fumble earlier, this game would be even more lopsided. 1st and 10 for the Giants. Booker, he's going to run to the left, going to pick up 4, maybe 5 yards. I mean, it's just 4 or 5 yards every single time Booker touches the ball right now. Got to get a stop. Let's go. Type D for defense. KJ Wright's in the game. Come on, Raiders. 2nd and 5, 20 seconds remaining. Offensive plays this quarter. Raiders 17, the Giants 10. The Giants scored a pick 6. That's how they had their touchdown in this quarter. 4 seconds to call hike. 3, 2, 1. Nobody calls hike, going down in the 4th quarter. Raiders down 17-16. Here comes the 4th quarter. Giants down on MetLife Stadium by 1 point. Now, if anybody wants to hang out with me next week, I'm going to be at Red Tail in Resorts World in Las Vegas. This is where I'm going to be every single week for Raiders home games for my watch party. So, if you like what you see right now, you can actually join me next week at Red Tail in Resorts World. To get in is 100% free. You can walk in for free. Now, if you want drink deals, if you want VIP seating, you will end up saving money if you do go to the link that hopefully you guys can see below, theblackholeevents.com. Make sure that you use code Mitch, where you're going to be able to save 20% off. So if you live in Vegas, if you want to come hang out with me next weekend, I'm going to be at RedZone at Resorts World, and we're going to be doing a pregame. We're going to be doing a watch party. To save 20% on your tickets, go to theblackholeevents.com, use code Mitch. That's just if you plan on having a few drinks, or if you plan on, having VIP seating essentially. That's when you're going to save some extra money. One more time, theblackholeevents.com. Use code Mitch to save 20%. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put that link for you guys in the comments section. That way, just in case. Oh, man, it's too... Hang on. What a shame. I guess I'm not, because the link's too long. All right, hang on a second. All right, free to come to... There you go. You guys are going to get it there. Easy enough. Easy enough. Now, if you want to go ahead and bet on any Raiders game, there's one place to do it and one place only to do it as well. It's at chatsports.com/Raiders. Use that promo code Raiders125. It's going to get you 125% deposit bonus if you're also looking for a new Raiders jersey because, hey, maybe you're going to a game in the future. Literally, get the deal. You get $100 down, get $125 free to bet with, and then a free Raiders jersey. That's what you get. Jersey at chatsports.com. I want you to send me your account number, send me a screenshot of the bet that you made, and then we'll get a brand new jersey on your back. Makes a great holiday gift for obvious reasons here. All right, y'all, so we got 3,580 people watching. We are 170 likes away from getting to 2,000. Once we get to 2,000 likes, I'm going to go ahead and donate $20 to Tina Tinter's GoFundMe. Just trying to raise some awareness for everything going on with her family right now. My prayers are out to her and to her dog, Max. Can't even imagine what you're dealing with. My girlfriend, she's 23. Our dog, he's a puppy, and I can't even imagine losing both of them. So we got the fourth quarter of action coming around now, but we are, 100 likes away. Come on, let's get to 2,000. Then I want to get to 3,000 likes. 2nd and 5. This drive by the Giants has been 10 plays, 60 yards. Has taken up 5 minutes and 20 seconds. 2nd and 5. It's going to be a run up the middle, and it's going to be a gain of about 2, maybe 3. A lot of pushing and shoving afterwards. Jonathan Hankins better be careful. He don't get a penalty. 3rd and 4. Come on, hold him to a field goal here. If you can hold him to a field goal here, that's a major win. 17-16. Devonta Booker has been just an absolute monster on the ground today. 18 carries, 97 yards. 3rd and 4, Daniel Jones. Jones drops back. Raiders going to get some pressure on him. They got him. Jones has got to throw this one away. Great pressure by the Raiders. Set up again by Ngakoue, who's back out onto the field. Solomon Thomas, Max Crosby also were able to force some pressure. Daniel Jones just has to throw it away. Crosby is the first one to touch Jones, and then Ngakoue comes off, and then Solomon Thomas is the one. Great job there by the Raiders front, being able to get some pressure there. And here comes the field goal unit, Graham Gano, to put the Giants up 20-16. So he's already made one field goal today. It was from 35 yards. This one's a 32-yard field goal attempt, and it looks like he's lined up perfectly down the middle. Kick is up. Kick is good. Giants up 20-16. I mean, this has been a field goal battle. Giants 2 field goals and 2 touchdowns. I mean, the Raiders' defense has played great today. I mean, you're giving up 2 touchdowns. One happened on the very first drive. The other was a pick 6 by Derek Carr. So you have that first touchdown on the first drive and then 2 field goals from here on out. This Raiders defense has really stepped up and I think played a pretty solid game. The offense, on the other hand, though, since the Raiders' first drive on offense where they went right down the field and they scored a touchdown, man, they have not been able to do anything since. Their only other field goal came thanks to Yannick Ngakoue forcing a fumble, but it's been 3 field goals for Daniel Carlson. The offense really needs to be able to step up here in this game to get it going. So I don't know what number I'm at exactly. I think I see, are we at 95,000 subs yet? So Marshall's going to go ahead and check. If you guys haven't subbed yet, please go ahead and do so. Click the big red button underneath the video that says sub. Turn the red button into a gray one because it's silver and black. And the less Giants colors we have on screen, probably the better. Also, just had a super chat come in from David Taken. Hey, Mitch, can we get a shout-out to Sarah watching in Idaho? She's absolutely beautiful and an amazing woman. So we'll get that one up on screen, David. If you want to take a screenshot of it then and then maybe send it to her if she's watching now, perfect. But we are over 95,000 subs, so shout-out to y'all. I want to get to 100K. So if you haven't, please do. Just sub, baby. Free Raiders videos every single day. We also go live for games. Plus, we go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, or if there's breaking news. David Taken. He wants a shout-out for his girlfriend, Sarah, watching in Idaho. Absolutely beautiful and an amazing woman. So, David, take a screenshot. Sarah, if you're watching, take a screenshot, post it on IG, post it on Twitter. Show your man some love. Not me, David. But I got plenty of love in my life. So I'm going to go check on my IG right now to see if anybody has tagged me. If you do tag me, remember, I will go ahead and I'll share it. I see one from Miss Power to You, which I'll share her. So if you guys tag me in something and if I like it, we'll get it going. Marshall's just at me right now with all sorts of stuff. Man. Oh, we got some people and Raider fans in the stands. I mean, I'd say right now it's probably 70% Giants fans, 30% Raider fans at MetLife Stadium, which I like to see. Especially,
Still had available seats Saturday night.
So there were still available seats Saturday night. I don't know if that would ever happen at a Raiders game. Okay, y'all. So another super chat coming in from Jack Bishop. I don't know why everyone's stressing in the comments. Carr is the best clutching quarterback in the fourth quarter. I don't know if he's the best quarterback in the fourth quarter, if he's the most clutch. I definitely think he's grossly underrated for his fourth quarter performances, but this game has been a little bit funky to me, and I don't have a lot of confidence in DC. I don't have a lot of confidence in the Raiders' passing game right now. That's a fact. Now, they've been able to run the ball effectively, but we'll see. We got 4 likes away from 2,000. 4 likes away from 2,000. Jalen Richard, he's going to return this one, and he's going to get tackled at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. 14 minutes to get some points on the board. Here we go. 14 minutes to get some points on the board. Also, we crossed 2,000 likes. So as soon as this show ends, I will go ahead and I'm going to donate $20 to Tina Tinter's GoFundMe. If you guys want to go ahead and donate, you can also do it. Every 1,000 likes equals $10. Raiders lining up now to the I formation. Brian Edwards back there. Carr drops back. Pump fakes. Middle of the field. Got Darren Waller wide open. First down, Raiders. What a play. So Carr lines up out of the I. They look left. It was a pump fake that then opened things up for Waller. Middle of the field. And, I mean, this is a pretty simple pitch and catch. Waller is easily the leading receiver right now for the Raiders. That catch is going to probably put him somewhere around 50. Yeah, 7 targets, 3 catches for 51 yards. Derek today, 19 of 31, 187 yards, a touchdown and a pick. On 1st and 10, it's going to be a run with Drake. Kenyon Drake's loose. Go, Drake. Go, Drake. He's still going. He won't go down. That's going to be a pickup of about 25 yards by Kenyon Drake up the middle. Now, the bad news to that is on the last drive, Jacobs looked like he banged up his foot or his ankle again and came off the field. I mean, what a great hole by the Raiders' interior offensive line there. Really opening it up for Drake to just plow ahead all the way down to about the 34, 33-yard line while they spotted him down at the 32 after a 21-yard pickup by Kenyon Drake. It's Raiders 1st and 10 at the 32. Waller, lone receiver, top left. Carr drops back. It's going to check it down to Drake. Drake gets upfield, 1st down. He won't go down. Kenyon Drake, 1st and goal for the Raiders. What a freaking 22-yard pickup. There is a flag down, though. Oh, I think this one's going to be coming back. Or wait. Colton Miller, what's happening? This one actually might be against the Giants because the refs are talking to the Raiders and the Raiders are pointing down like, we want to stay here. It's still TBD. So on that one was, again, they lined up Darren Waller was far left. After the play. All right, so after the play, unnecessary roughness on Nick Martin. So Nick Martin right now is in at center? No, he's in at guard. So Nick Martin right now is playing right guard, I believe for Alex Leatherwood, which I haven't gotten information on whether or not why Nick Martin is in the game or if somebody's just tired. But Martin's in the game, and he gets it. Shit, yeah. So the play's over. Martin comes in late, tries to push Kenyon Drake forward. So instead of being 1st and goal at the 9, it's now going to be 1st and 10 at the 25. Derek Carr on 1st and 10 out of shotgun. Checks it down, throws it to Kenyon Drake. Drake's got some running room. 1st down Raiders. I mean, nobody was covering Drake there. It's not like that play was anything special. Drake was just sitting on the flat. Nobody was open down the field. It's just a throw to him. All right, hang on. I'm trying to listen to some injury report news here from Jacobs. I don't know if we're going to see anything that happens here with Jacobs. He's just got some discomfort on his leg. So, and Yannick Ngakoue is in the concussion protocol. So once we get more information on both of those injuries, we'll make sure to keep you guys up to date here. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Kenyon Drake catches the ball at the 20-yard line, and it's about a 4-yard pickup. So, they got it 1st and 10 at the 14. Drake caught it, I'm not kidding you, like the 19-yard line. Is able to get north and south, gets taken down, and he's really slow to get up. It's going to be 2nd and 5, and now Josh Jacobs is out on the field. I think Drake's just a little bit tired.
What a great story.
What?
Josh Allen threw an interception. Josh Allen.
Wow, Josh Allen was just picked off by Josh Allen. It's kind of funny. And he was sacked earlier by Josh Allen. 2nd and 8 for the Raiders. It's going to be a run up the middle with Jacobs. Jacobs gets about 2 yards, 3rd and 6. Jacobs almost looked like he just fell. Let me know who you got. LV for the Raiders, NYG for the Giants. We're going to start giving some shout-outs here. 4,200 people watching. Alex Leatherwood back in the game at right guard. 3rd and 6, 10 minutes and 29 seconds remaining. Derek Carr out of shotgun. Josh Jacobs, the lone receiver down to the right. Now he stands next to Brian Edwards. You got Hunter Renfrow, Zay Jones, Waller on the left. Carr's got 5 seconds to go hike. He gets it off. Looking right. Carr dancing. Throws it to Jacobs. Jacobs makes a guy miss, but it's a good open field tackle by the Giants defender Logan Ryan. It's going to be 4th down. 4th and 3. Field goal unit's probably going to come out here for Las Vegas. Got a $20 super chat from Jose Delgado. Dang it. I mean, it's a good tackle there by Logan Ryan. I think Jacob should have kept trying to run forward, though, instead of trying to cut back. Mitch, Raiders, spin the wheel. Shot of 8-2-0. Just win, baby. DC, we'll get done. We'll get it done. Prayers to Tina's family. I'm with you. Kick is up. Oh, my God. Daniel Carlson just missed a 25-yard field goal. Daniel Carlson just missed a 25-yard field goal. It was a chip shot, and he missed it. Carlson misses from 25. Oh, my goodness. Missed it left. Unbelievable. That's disastrous. I'm going to get a shot of water here. I can't even believe that. So, man, Carlson missed a 25-yard field goal. That's backbreaking. Oh, that's such a killer. Dang it. All right, Jose, spun the roulette wheel. Let's see what we got. All right, for every 10 likes that this tweet gets, I got to do a squat. For every 10 likes tweet gets, I got to do a squat. Got to do a squat on the Raiders report. All right, y'all have 60 seconds. 60 seconds. So for every 10 likes this tweet gets, I got to do a squat, excuse me, on the Raiders report. So there's the link to the tweet. If you go ahead and you click that, you'll like it. Every 10 likes, you had 60 seconds. We're already at 29 likes. Oh, God. 43 likes. Holy cow. So if you want to shout out, spam me right now in the chat. We're still on subscriber only. I got Feathery Mars, The Guest House, Top Beats. Are you kidding me? Nope, from Jay Powers. What up, Guest House? The Raiders are going to go 7-10. God, I hope not. What up, Matthew Allbiter? Appreciate you watching. McLovin, Raider Mike, Taj, Osseo. Somebody's spamming OBJ, D-Mug, McLovin, Iran, Rob Fravor.
I got a question for you, Mitch.
What's the question, Marsh?
What do you think of the Raiders going for the field goal there instead of going for it on 4th down? You're down 4.
You're down 4. So Marsh brings up a good point, and I was kind of thinking the same thing here, where you're down 4 points. It's 4th and 3, and you go for a field goal, which still is going to put you down by 1 point. Instead, maybe you go for a touchdown, get some extra points on the board. I really just think it's the Raiders don't have a lot of confidence right now in their offense to be able to move the football. They had a lot of confidence in Daniel Carlson, who's one of the more effective kickers in the league, and that would have made it a 20-19 ball game, where 20-19 still kind of puts you in a situation where if the Giants go down the field and they score a touchdown, they kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession ball game. So maybe, or actually that's a lie, so never mind, I'm terrible. Oh yeah, it would have been 19-20, so it would have been a one-possession ball game. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of. But Giants have the ball now. They run it up the middle. The Raiders have all 3 of their timeouts, but this game has gone by so quick because neither team can stop the run. I mean, Devonta Booker's got 20 carries for 102 yards. No disrespect to Booker. He's not that good. I mean, the Raiders should be lucky that Saquon Barkley's not playing in this game. But Booker over 100 yards. I mean, the last time Booker's gone over 100 yards, I believe, was last season with the Raiders. All right, y'all. So I see 142 likes on this tweet, which means I got to do 14 squats. So you can count them out with me if you want. But the Raiders, they're down 20-16. It's 3rd and 7. Let's go. Let's get loud. Get loud in the comments. Spam stop right now.
2,
3, 4, 3rd and 7, Danny Dimes. Line it up out of shotgun. You got 3 receivers down to the left, 1 to the top right. Raiders showing some blitz, but I don't think they're going to bring anyone. Jones is trying to get somebody to jump off sides. Raiders bring 4. Jones has got time to throw. He's going to scramble. First down, Daniel Jones able to scramble for the first down. So the Raiders did a good job being able to protect everyone on the outside. Nobody was open. Jones evades the pressure and is able to get up the field and pick up a first down. I don't know how many squats I've done, but dang it. If Jonathan Abram can make an open field tackle, it's 4th and 3. But Jones spins away from Abram, spun away from him. It was a good play on his part. He's now got 3 carries for 18 yards. Super chat coming in from Art of Loyjoy. 1st and 10. Max Crosby gets great pressure up the field, and it's going to be a loss of 4. I mean, Crosby, he just got up the field, disrupted that entire play, and then just gets to the running back. I mean, that's an elite play there by your edge rusher. 2nd and 13. Can we go to the Art of Joy Super Chat? This drive, though, has been 4 plays, 8 yards. I mean, we got to be able to figure out a way to get a stop here. Raiders not showing Bryan Edwards as a great fit for the number 1 wide receiver spot. Do you think he's the answer? To be honest, no. I don't think Bryan Edwards is a true number 1. And for this offense, which was predicated on speed, Bryan's a good athlete, but he's not Henry Ruggs. Daniel Jones takes a shot. There's probably going to be a flag here. 3rd and 13. Yep. They're going to get Nate Hobbs for pass interference. I got to see it again, but Daniel Jones was taking a shot down the field. It was Hobbs on Ingram. I got to see this again. The Raiders are trying to say that the ball wasn't catchable, which, to be honest, I agree the ball wasn't catchable, but Nate Hobbs definitely had his hands on Evan Ingram. The refs are discussing it right now, But right now there is a flag down, and it is for pass interference. They end up calling pass interference. This one is going to be on Nate Hobbs. Automatic first down. That's a big one. I got to see it again. So this one's just Hobbs lined up mano-a-mano with Evan Ingram. Yeah. That's pass interference. People are going to say that's trash, but that's pass interference. His hands are on the receiver. He kind of fell down, which then he bumped into Evan Ingram. That's pass interference. Whether I like it or not, and I see a lot of people saying it's soft, what the F? I'm just being real with y'all guys. That's pass interference. All right, we got 1st and 10. Danny Dimes scrambles, throws it out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Raiders get some pressure. 2nd and 10, 7 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Ball's at the 45-yard line. The Raiders got to be able to figure out a way here to get a stop. 2nd and 10. Carr sitting next to Nathan Peterman. Wonder what he's talking about. Jack Bishop, that was some Lamar Jackson play. Got to give that. Talking about Danny Dimes, I think his escapability. Pick up a nice little first down with his legs a few plays ago. 2nd and 10. It's going to be a run up the middle. Elijah Penny, and he's stopped by Crosby. It's going to be a gain of about 4 yards, so we're looking at 3rd and 6. The issue has been getting off the field on 3rd down. The Giants have done a phenomenal job so far today of getting in these situations where, it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, then they end up getting it. Holy crap, that's bad. So Giants slow starts. This is actually the Giants' best start in the last 5 seasons, and they're 2 and 6. 3rd and 7. Giants today 6-10 on 3rd down. Let's go. Spam those threes. Spam stop. Jones out of shotgun. 3rd and 7. We got bunch receivers to the right. Kenny Golladay to the left. Raiders bring some pressure. Shot down the field. Nobody's there. I don't know who Jones is throwing to. 4th and 7. Great pressure there by Nate Hobbs. He came in on a cornerback blitz. And I just don't know where he's going to. No idea. Incomplete. Get those 4s in. 4th down. Let's go. Your offense has played pretty bad today. Carr definitely hasn't had it. The loss of Ruggs is definitely impacting this offense being able to move the ball. But now's your time. Now's the time to be able to put some points on the board. I will also say my score prediction for this Raiders-Giants game was 24-20. Oh, he fumbled! Hunter Renfrow fumbled the football. Raiders recovered. Holy cow. Raiders recovered it. Hunter Renfrow caught the ball at the 6, got drilled, fumbled it. Raiders have the ball. Oh my goodness. Raiders have it. Holy cow. It's recovered by Dalen Levitt. Dalen Levitt recovered it. So basically what happens was the ball got punched out and it hit one of the Giants defenders in the leg, and because then it deflected, it came back. Dalen Levitt and Corey Littleton, they were able to jump on it, but a near disastrous type of play there. That would have been as bad as it gets. As bad as it gets. Also, this tweet now I see is up to 173 likes, so I'll give you guys a bonus 3 squats. There we go. What's going to happen here on this drive? I want to see nothing but touchdowns. Because after Daniel Carlson missed a 25-yard chip shot of a field goal, he doesn't deserve to get another chance to make another one. And that's kind of my mentality from here on out. You're down by 4 points. If it's 4th and 3 again, and you're within 40 yards, you got to go for it. We're not kicking field goals anymore. So let's go. Let's get some TDs going in the chat. I see Gabe. Let's go. Here we go. We got Burt Cook, Gabe Coop, Ashton Roman. Appreciate you watching. Juan Elias, Jalen Montez, Erica Aguilar, Tay B, Latasha W, Mimo TG, Brandon Switzer. Let's go. Get those TDs going in the chat. Also, Devontae Booker headed to the locker room. So Probably the Giants' best player on offense today. The only personnel they have at running back is their fullback. His name's Elijah Penny. But Booker, on that last carry that he had where he lost 4 yards, he got banged up, and it took him under the century mark. So he went from having 20 carries for 104 yards to 21 carries to 99. But Daniel Jones in this game, man, 13 of 18, 105 yards. On the Raiders side of the ball, DC, 23 of 35, 225, a touchdown, but the pick six, which has really, really hurt this team. Jacobs, 13 carries, 76 yards on the ground. You got Kenyon Drake. He's got 3 carries for 27. The leading receiver for Las Vegas is Waller. He's got 3 grabs for 50 yards. And then Kenyon Drake's got 4 catches for 44. Hunter Renfro's got 6 catches for 46. But this offense was predicated on being able to throw the ball down the field and really open up some things. And they just haven't been able to do that today. I mean, this has probably been the most dink and dunk style of offense that I've seen since the Bears game, where the Raiders were only able to put up 9 points. But if it wasn't for a turnover by Yannick Ngakoue, I don't know if the Raiders would have more than 13. But here we go. This is where champions are made. 1st and 10. Ball at the 12. Derek Carr drops back. Giants bring pressure. Ball's too high for Bryan Edwards. I mean, Edwards goes up, tries to one-hand this ball, but he needed to be about 6'10" to be able to catch that. I mean, actually, that's incredible that Edwards was even able to get his hand on this. I don't know if it would have been picked because it looked like Logan was going for the hit more besides the ball, but not a good throw by Carr. I mean, we've seen a lot of DC games this year. I'm putting this one up there with the Bears for probably being his personal worst performance that I've seen. Now, the offensive line, I think, for the Raiders has played much better in this game than before, but man, I mean, we got to be able to clean this up here a little bit. 2nd and 10. Derek Carr lining up at a shotgun again. The fact that we haven't seen so much from Josh Jacobs really makes me think that he's got this other injury going on with his foot. Carr's out of shotgun. Kenyon Drake's the lone back. Carr's going to find Waller for a Raiders first down. And that took some balls to be able to throw that ball, because coming in on a blitz was one of the Giants defenders. Yes, one of the Giants defenders, and Carr was just able to sneak this one into Waller. That's probably a good 12-yard gain. I'm going to say he has 62 receiving yards right now. 4 catches for 62. 4 catches for 62. Sam, what was the bet? 61? So Sam asked me, will Waller get over 61 and a half? And I said yes. So he took it, 62. 1st and 10 for Las Vegas, DC. Single back formation. He's changing up the play, though. He's going to drop back now into shotgun. He's got Kenyon Drake. They got to call hike. They do get it off in time. Carr pump fakes. Taking a shot deep. And he's picked off. Looking for Zay Jones. Carr picked off. He's just pressing. Another Carr pick, man. That's bad. Another Carr INT. There's just no need there to... I mean, this is just not even close. Xavier McKinney, it's an easy pick. I get that you're looking for Zay Jones down the middle of down the sideline, but it's just Carr. This has been Carr's worst game of the year. The loss of Ruggs is really starting to show. I get the idea that you're trying to move the ball down the field, but you're not in a situation yet where you just got to force it, and he just clearly forced that ball. I mean, the Raiders' offense is pressing right now. They are lacking some speed on the outside. I mean, I know the conversation this entire week was, should the Raiders go out and should they find a receiver? I mean, after watching today's game, it's kind of hard for me to sit here and say, you know what? The Raiders are perfectly fine at the receiving position. You have to be able to sit here and say, yes, they need to be able to add another player out there because it's just not there. And Carr looks about as lost as he has in quite some time, at least in this game here. Got a few super chats that are coming in here. We got one from Isaiah Serrano. Just says 99 cents. Appreciate the super. Cheers to you. We got King Eastwick 908. We need speed at receiver ASAP. I agree. I mean, the Raiders have not been able to move the ball down the field. There's not a threat to be able to stretch the ball. And because of that, Carr's looked bad today. I mean, today's been Derek Carr's worst game. That up with the Bears game, no doubt about it. Let's go to Macho Man Ches Boy. Refs are blind on some of these plays. If I'm going to be honest with y'all, I actually think it's been a very well officiated game. I'm not going to sit here and put any blame on the officials for the Raiders not being able to move the football. That's the issue. You got 16 points right now. Realistically, only 13 from your offense because Yannick Ngakoue had a beautiful fumble, and then that led to a field goal. Daniel Carlson missed a field goal. If you're going to sit here and blame the refs on today's performance, I'm sorry. Life's going to be tough for you, man. Let's go to David Zahn. Another super chat. Our offense just looks pedestrian. Yeah, you're right, man. This is about as bad as the offense has looked since Week 5 against the Bears. Raiders got to be able to figure something out. And they got to be able to do it quick. Now, there's still time to be able to, win this game. If they give up a field goal, it's still a one-possession ball game. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining, which is why I'm so angry that Carr just threw that pick, because it's like they're pressing. And the Giants backup third-string running back, who's actually a fullback, he's in the game, just picked up 12 yards on a run right up the middle. Now they're going to be close to being in field goal range. That's Xavier McKinney's second interception today, second interception of the season. First down and 10 for the Giants. What is happening in that Dallas game? Cowboys are losing 27-0. The Ravens and Vikings are tied 24-24. Patriots are up 24-6 up against Carolina. Cleveland's up 34-16 up against the Bengals. Oh my goodness. The Jags are beating the Bills 9-6. What is happening? Oh my goodness. Penny is just another 14-yard pickup, just breaking tackles. Does nobody want to tackle today for the Raiders? I mean, we're letting a third-string running back who's a fullback embarrass us. So Brandon Faison, missed tackle. And then Merrick makes an open-the-field tackle, but there's just... I mean, you're asking a lot for Faison to be able to make that move, but the fact that nobody else is there, that's very disappointing. 4 minutes left here in this game. First and 10 for the Giants. They have it at the 27. Super chat coming in from Hester Housing Real Estate. Carr is shook. We need a stable running game for the rest of the season. The Raiders have ran the ball well. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that they haven't been able to run the ball. A stable running game. I mean, they're averaging 6 yards per carry in today's game. That's about as good as it gets. So, this game's on the passing game. This game's on Carr. They just haven't showed up. Let's go to Jack Bishop. Would you rather OBJ or D-Jax after today's game? And we got to remember, this team's gone through some stuff, man, and Carr took Ruggs to heart, not himself. I mean, I get that you're dealing with a lot of stuff, and, you can play with a heavy heart. That's totally reasonable. I mean, Ruggs was a teammate and a friend to a lot of those players, but at the end of the day, your job is to show up and be ready to play on game day. You were able to prepare for 2 weeks for the New York Giants, and one of the things that I mentioned on some of my past shows that I was worried about is the Raiders taking the Giants too easily in MetLife Stadium, which for whatever reason they are terrible at MetLife Stadium, and then all of a sudden they're going to look past the Giants and they're going to try to focus on the Chiefs, come out flat, and they're going to leave with an L. And if they keep playing the way that they are, they're going to leave with an L against the team that they should easily be able to beat. The Raiders are a better team than the Giants. I don't really think many people would disagree with that comment. However, the NFL proves where if you don't show up and if you don't give a team your best effort, you're going to leave with a loss. Another great example of that today, the Buffalo Bills are losing 9-6 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, you got to be able to show up. But I would honestly, I'd probably pick Deshaun Jackson over OBJ because it's going to come down to money. The Raiders don't have $7.25 million right now, which is what it would take to claim OBJ, so they'd have to make some money move around. For Jackson, since he's a free agent, it's going to be a little bit less, but I'm going to go ahead and say Deshaun Jackson. Let's go to DW. Appreciate it, DW, for the super chat. Much love to you. We got Jesse Tapia. Get Deshaun Jackson. So the 34-year-old, he can still run. He's definitely not a elite route runner, elite receiver, quite like Henry Ruggs, but he does at least add some speed. So if you are looking for some speed to your offense, both him and OBJ have suffered injuries in the past. So we'll figure out what's going to happen. Now, as soon as this game's over, we're going to be doing a post-game reaction show. I don't want you to miss it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on those notifications, especially with this week after today's game, because, I mean, if the Raiders lose this one, they have to make a move at receiver. And I think even if they win this game, from everything that they've seen, you have to be able to go out and make a move at receiver because they're just lacking some skill position guys right now at the position. It's not that I don't have confidence in Renfrow and Zay and Brian, but none of those players are really built to be true number ones, at least not yet. Renfro's more of a complimentary piece, same with Zay Jones, and you're forcing these guys in very difficult situations. So if you want to make sure you don't miss anything going on, hit that sub button. 2nd and 8. It's a bad play by the Giants. I don't know what they're doing there. Throw it to the running back, fullback. He's going to lose a yard. It's now going to be 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, timeout by Las Vegas. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Come on, Raiders. 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in this game. The Giants were able to stay in bounds, so the Raiders had to burn another timeout. So they have 1 timeout remaining. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left. Derek Carr, long hair, living. Got to get a stop here, force a field goal. Force the field goal, you still got a chance. Give up a touchdown, this game gets a lot more difficult. Super chat coming in from Antonio. You think after today's game we sign Jackson? I actually think that there's a good chance the Raiders sign Deshaun Jackson on Monday. I'm just being 100% honest with you. I really think that's what happens. 3rd and 9. Let's go. Let's get those stops going. Giants drop back. 3rd and 9. 4th down. So they threw a strike to Evan Ingram. He was going to be short no matter what. I don't really like the throw of being 4 yards short of the first down marker for the Giants, but I'm happy that they did it. Field goal unit's going to come out here. They're going to try to make this a 23-16 ball game, which means it is still a 1-possession game. Same old Raiders. Why can't we ever stay good? Shake my head. It's been a long week, man. It's been a long week. Also, Darius Philon banged up his ankle. He's questionable to return. Say they want OBJ. Who do they cut or restructure? I actually don't know that. I mean, the easiest answer is trying to restructure contracts because I don't know how many guys you're going to be able to cut to save that much money. So you probably have to end up pushing some money back. That's what they'd have to end up doing. Let's go to Daniel Meeker. What up, Daniel? All you Tuesday AM coaches calling Carr trash and inconsistent need to shut the F up. He's been lights out all season, has 1 bad game, and you come to smear. 38-yard field goal attempt here for Gano. Right down the middle, 23-16 ball game. Raiders got to be able to come back. Now, to that last comment, I kind of agree. Where Carr's been so good this year, I don't really know if it's fair to totally rip on him. He has a bad game. This is probably his 2nd bad game of the season, but I can forgive the bad game if you're able to lead a touchdown drive here. Philon also just got carted off, so it's not looking good for him to come back. But if you're able to go down the field, lead a touchdown drive here, make it 23-23, it's all forgotten, and that's what makes great quarterbacks great. That's how you can make Derek Carr from having a bad game to a good one. So let's go to Amit. What up, my man? Not really to chalk this poor offensive performance to missing Ruggs. To me, most of this is just Carr making bad reads and throws. Love you, Mitch. I mean, Carr hasn't had a good game, but the receivers aren't really getting open either. Like, Carr's had to fit the ball into some pretty tight windows, and I said this all week, like, the Giants' defense has been playing much better. Like, they really have been, especially that secondary. They've been playing elite football, but the receivers not getting open and Carr trying to fitting into windows has not worked out well today. The pick 6, though, that one was 100% on DC. We got a 23-16 ball game. Raiders 1 timeout remaining. I don't know what I got to do to try to get some good mojo going here, but, man, it's been one hell of a game. And not in a good way. Not in a good way. So what's going to happen here on this drive? Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt? Obviously hoping for a touchdown here. There's no doubt about it, but, man, we got to get it going. Got to get it going here. Now, if you guys haven't already, please go ahead and like the video. We're trying to get to 3,000 likes. For every 1,000 likes we get on today's show, I'm going to make a $10 donation to Tina Tinter and her GoFundMe, which right now has up over $81,000, $950. So if you want to go and donate, chatsports.com/donate. Darren Waller, 1st and 10, is going to pick up about 4 yards, gets tackled inbounds. He now has 5 catches for 66 yards about. Oh, wow, they gave him only 3. So 5 catches for 65. Carr's trying to hurry him up a little bit. We got 3 minutes remaining. Carr at a shotgun. Kenyon Drake, the lone running back. Carr, middle of the field's got Waller again. Waller's got some room to run. Waller taken down at the 47-yard line. 1st down, Raiders. Waller now 6 catches, over 80 yards. Come on, keep moving the ball. Let's go. If I'm the Raiders, I'm trying to stay fast-paced here. Zay Jones, the lone receiver to the right, bunches to the left. Carr drops back. He's got Kenyon Drake, middle of the field. Gain of about 9, 2nd and 1. Keep it going. Keep it going. 2nd and 1, 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Come on. They're trying to set up a play. Nobody knows what's going on. Carr's telling the guys to hurry up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lone running back. Gets it off in time. Raiders pick up a 1st down. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Ball at about the 41-yard line right now. You can't say that they're not an entertaining team, that's for sure. If there's a team that likes to give you gray hairs, it's the silver and black. So obviously with this being a Raiders-Giants watch party, I want you guys to let me know who you got. Type LV for the Raiders or NYG for the New York Giants. And if you haven't already liked the video, please go ahead and do so. Obviously with 4,880 people watching, we only got 2,400 likes. Do the math here. Whether you want to like the video for me, do it for Tina Tinter and her family, because for every 1,000 likes that we get, we are donating $10 to her GoFundMe. So a lot of times I tell people to like the video. You know, we drink. I don't want to do that today. I just didn't feel right for me to do that. I want to be able to give back in some way. You guys can also help show them that what Raider Nation is all about, because I really think it is family first. So please like the video. Every 1,000 gets $10 in donations. So type LV for the Raiders, NYG for the Giants. I'm looking up there at that poll right now, and it's 87% Raiders, 13% G-Men. It's making me a little bit nervous right now. I got Joshua Knob, Amanda, what up? Chris, Gary, Art, all spamming LV. We got Deacon MMA, Paulo Garcia. A Giants comment in there from Mr. Jukes 11. Tom Wilkes going to go LV. Nick Demaris typing the Raiders. California, what up? Joe Stout, all spamming LV. Let me know who you got. We got a super chat coming in from Top Beats. Yo, Mitch, do you think the Raiders should insert Marcus Moore to change the dynamic of the team with the loss of Ruggs? This again might be an unpopular opinion for some of you. I'm going to go no. I really do not think Marcus Mariota is that good of a quarterback. He's good for a handful of plays every week. Anything more than that, teams are able to figure him out. It's been like that his entire career. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to still keep DC out on the field. We're missing Ruggs more than anticipated. We need some speed. Yes, definitely more than anticipated, but I definitely figured the Raiders to have some struggles, which is kind of why I was a little bit frustrated that they didn't make a move at the deadline, and I had a lot of people hate on me last week for saying, like, hey, the Raiders need to go out and make a move. It's why I made a show about Ruggs replacements. And if you're like, oh, no, we'll be fine with our guys. We'll be fine with our guys. And far too often, I really think fans like ourselves overestimate how good some of these players actually are when you have to sit here and be like, you know what? They do actually need some talent at the receiver position. All right, Derek Carr in this offense back out onto the football field here. It's 1st and 10 out of shotgun. Giants bring a blitz, and it's going to be a screen to Kenyon Drake. Drake all the way down to the 24-yard line. 1st down, Raiders. Let's go. It's a gain of 16. Maybe 17. Keep it going. Keep the momentum up. Raiders are hurrying up to the line. 1st and 10. Drake's now got 6 catches for 70 yards. Carr at a shotgun. Drops back. Giants bring 4. Middle of the field. Carr's got Waller. Waller's going to gain about 7. Minute 28 remaining. Clock continues to tick. Raiders have no timeouts remaining. Giants have 3 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 2. Ball at the 15-yard line for the Raiders. 16-yard line. DC again out of shotgun. Zay Jones top left. Brian Edwards, Hunter Renfrow down to the right. The lone running back is Kenyon Drake. Waller lined up at tight end. Carr drops back. Giants bring 4. Ball's batted down. Incomplete. 3rd and 2. 55 seconds remaining. Now again, this is 4 down territory. 4 down territory from here on out. Let me know who you got. LV for the Raiders. NYG for the Giants. That's what I want to see spammed in there. And what a super chat from, I can't even say the name. Unbelievable. Alex Thompson, this is why my hair is silver and black now that you bring it up. Yeah, I'm going to start blaming it on. I pulled out a gray hair the other day, and I was like, what is happening to me? It's all these overtime games. 3rd and 2 for Las Vegas. Carr out of shotgun. Giants bring 4. Carr throws it to Renfrow. First down, Raiders. Nice. That's a ballsy throw, though. Carr threw that ball like it almost was thrown behind Renfrow. Renfrow was able to catch it, turn up the field. I mean, it's a Giants defender just over pursued it. That should have been a tackle gain of nothing, but it's a first down for Las Vegas. 50 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 at the 13. Renfrow, 7 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Come on, y'all. LV for the Raiders. DC, 30 of 45, 296 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. 1st and 10. I believe the Giants call timeout. Oh, throw a flag. Throw a flag. They ruled the play dead, and a defender just hit Carr and knocked him down. Timeout. Hang on a second. All right, so there was timeout by the Giants. That's their first charge timeout. But after the play, Carr's saying that he's good. Thumbs up. Hang on, I got to see this. All right, so it's a little bit of a flop by DC. However, he did get hit afterwards. Got a super chat coming in from Native Queen J. Keeping the faith for that touchdown. We can do this. Man, I sure hope so, Native. Sure do hope so. I'm going to spend the, you know what, $50. That's going to be 2 jelly beans. We got first one. Oh, God, I totally missed my mouth. Toothpaste. Oh, my God. Hang on. Oh, my God, I can't shoot. I can't breathe. Incomplete, 1st and 10. I can't eat this freaking jelly bean. Hang on. It won't go down. I can't get it. Sorry, guys. I tried twice. I can't swallow. It tastes too bad. All right, if you haven't subscribed to the Raiders Report yet, please do so. Marsh, you owe me a jelly bean. Here you go. I don't know what it is. You can try it. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Juicy pear. Oh, damn it. 2nd and 10 for Las Vegas. Derek looking in the middle of the field. He got hit. Fumbled. Giants recovered. Giants recover the fumble. There is a flag down. I think it's going to be holding regardless. I'm going to get roasted. Fumble. It's going to be Giants football. Woo! So, Colton Miller gets beat. Yeah, Miller just got beat. Miller got beat. Carr fumbles. Recovered by the Giants. That's game. That's going to be game. Native Queen, I appreciate the super chat. It didn't work, though. Man. I mean, again, Miller got beat by the rookie Roche out of Miami, and that's about as bad as it gets. So what's going to be happening now, we're going to get ready to get into our post-game reaction after the Raiders' 23-16 loss to the New York Giants. I mean, this is one of those games where I've been telling you all week, probably was going to be a trap game. Really, really frustrating loss after a very frustrating week. The Raiders now, they fall to 5-3 overall. Still sitting at top of the AFC West, though. So what's going to be happening now, y'all, is we're going to get into our post-game reaction. So start using hashtag Raiders, or you can go ahead and super chat. We'll go ahead, we'll break down the game. We'll talk about everything that happened. But, I mean, 3 turnovers. Yeah, Johnny, you just said Renfro touchdown, Waller 2-point conversion for a win, calling it. You need to hit live, my friend, because you're behind. Just telling y'all right now. So use hashtag Raiders, or you can go ahead and super chat to get your questions here on the show. Basically, all we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about this Raiders game, the loss, and overall performance. I'm not going to sit here and say I am as disappointed as I am after the Bears game, but it's definitely up there. You had 2 weeks to be able to prepare for the Giants, and the offense just came out flat. I mean, they definitely look like a team that didn't have their number one receiver. This was probably Carr's worst game that he's had of the season. He had a pick 6, a bad interception on top of that, and then that fumble late. I don't know if I'm going to totally put that fumble on DC because Colt Miller simply just got beat. But, the Raiders, man, you could have been sitting at 6-2 going into Sunday Night Football up against the Chiefs. But this Giants team, to their credit, they held the Carolina Panthers to 3 points 3 weeks ago. They played a tough game up against Kansas City last week. And now this week, they took care of the Raiders. They simply outplayed us. It's turnovers. The defense for the Las Vegas, I thought, played a hell of a game. I really do. It's just the defense played well, but the offense just did not show up. And, in the National Football League, you're just not going to be able to win games if it's not a complete team effort. And that was a bad offensive performance here by the Raiders. No doubt about it. So start using hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. We are going to get the Super Chats up on screen first, and then we'll get into the normal questions that we do here. So Guillermo and Domestic, appreciate the Supers. We'll get you guys up here on screen. First and foremost, it's Carr's fault we lost because of him. Plain and simple. Call me a Carr hater, but he isn't our guy. I'm not going to 100% agree. I'm also not going to 100% disagree with you. The pick 6 definitely changed the momentum of this game. I mean, it was a 13-10 ball game, pick 6, and then it was kind of all downhill from there. I am going to put more of this loss on Carr, but, it's a total team effort. I don't really think the offense played well, or also our special teams, they didn't play well either. So, Mystic, appreciate it. This is going to be, yes, we got Manscaped coming up. So, man, a 23-16 loss. I'm definitely frustrated, and this might be one of those losses that hasn't hit me yet. Now, I always tell people to make sure that you guys do sub, because tomorrow I'm going to be doing an Overreaction Monday video, and I'm already going to guarantee you're going to see some Deshaun Jackson. I'm going to talk about OBJ a little bit, and those shows, they're hot, they're takey, and at the end of the day, man, like you try to overreact to everything you saw. I'm not going to hit the panic button yet. But the first game without Henry Ruggs, you lose to a 2-6 Giants team, and the offense just looked like it could not get anything going. I mean, and that's one of those things that you're like from top to bottom. So we're still waiting on our side here. Once we get all set up, we will get into today's post-game reaction show. Remember, use hashtag Raiders for your question, for your comments, like hashtag Raiders, should the Raiders go out and get Deshaun Jackson? So if you want to guarantee a spot on the show, you can go ahead and super chat. So far the supers that we do need to still get on, Valdez, Mystic, Joshua, and David. We'll get, All right, so Mystic. All right, Mystic, I'll give you a shout-out. Credit the Giants secondary. They're no joke. They made Mahomes look like Bortles. I'm with you there. The secondary for the Giants has played a lot better. Valdez Salvador says, sign OBJ. David Rodriguez, Carr overthrew every pass. He overthrew a lot of passes, missed a few touchdowns too. And then Joshua Knapp. Now I will say I'm a bit worried. We should have won that game. You're right. You're right. All right, guys, we're going to get into today's mailbag coming up. So if you want to guarantee a spot on the show, go ahead and super chat. Start using hashtag Raiders. Once I get the thumbs up, got the thumbs up, let's get into today's post game. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report in today's post-game reaction show after their 23-16 loss up against the New York Giants is presented by Manscaped. For those of you out there looking for a great holiday gift, head on over to manscaped.com/Raiders, and at checkout, make sure you use code Raiders to save 20% off, and that way you're also going to get free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. The Raiders offense played like balls today, and I didn't really expect the loss of Henry Ruggs to impact them this much, but let's just face it, Carr had one of his worst games that he's had this season. He was 30 of 46, 296 yards. He did have a touchdown, but he overthrew multiple receivers. He missed Darren Waller probably 2 times in the back of the end zone, which should have been a touchdown. He had a pick 6. He had another bad interception. He had a late costly fumble, which ended up being, so far, the Raiders' only fumble this season, which I know I'm going to get absolutely roasted for on Twitter, and, that kind of goes for it. But a very bad performance today by this Raiders offense. So what I want you to do is go down in the comments, whether you want it to be a one-word reaction, whatever. Let me know how you're feeling. I mean, remember, if you curse, it's going to end up getting blocked. I'm very disappointed because the Raiders are a better team. I do want to credit the Giants, but the Raiders lost this game. Daniel Carlson missed a really bad field goal. Carr missed tons of runs. I thought the Raiders' offensive line played really good in this one. The running game was playing really solid as well. I'm disappointed. I'm not going to hit the panic button yet, but I think everyone would agree, and I want you to go ahead and like this video if you agree with this. The Raiders need to make a move at receiver, whether that's Deshaun Jackson or OBJ. If you want the Raiders to get one of them, like the video. Let's go to a super chat time in here from Joshua Knapp. Now I will say I'm a bit worried we should have won that game. The Raiders have struggled, man, at MetLife Stadium, and it's the ultimate point where if you don't bring your A game, any team can lose. And as I'm making this video, Josh Allen just fumbled, and the Bills are going to lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Perfect example. Anybody can win any game. Kid Cupid, it's the kid. Bad game on Carr, but what the hell has been up with Jacobs? He hasn't looked the same since the car accident DUI. I mean, he had a great game today. He's just been banged up. He finally was looking healthy, and then he got re-injured a little bit. Personally, I think you're really overblowing the whole car accident thing. He hasn't been healthy, but he looked good today. So let's go to Alex Thompson. This is on Ruggs. I'm not going to put it 100% on Ruggs, but he definitely does get some blame in this, not being out there on the field. It really hurt the offense, and you put the Raiders team through just a hell of a week of practice emotionally, everything that goes on to it. But, yeah, not having Ruggs on the field definitely hurt this offense. Go to Mr. Vagoat. The Henry incident weighed on us big time. Let's stomp the crap out of the Chiefs. We should have won this with authority, and I lost $250 on this. Well, Mr. Vago, I'm sorry, but I will be in Las Vegas next weekend. You guys come hang out with me at Red Tail. Tickets for free, so please show up. Let's go to Gary Wyckoff. Yes, Carr haters, because every other quarterback you want over him is perfect and can never have a bad game. Check out Josh Allen today, Tom Y'all. As you can see, it's going to be split up between Carr haters and Carr truthers this week, which is usually what happens after a loss. Let's go to Klissman. Holy shit. Big time $100 super chat. Carr tossed the game. We have no deep threat wide receivers. I'm not liking what our run game has produced. Jacobs has not been consistent. Sign OBJ or D-Jax. Before Jacobs went down with an injury, he was great today. So before we get into that, I don't want to get too carried away, though. These are great topics for Overreaction Monday. So to make sure that you guys don't miss my Overreaction Monday tomorrow, make sure you're subscribed. It's 100% free. We're going to be making Raiders videos the entire season. If the Raiders sign Deshaun Jackson, if they sign OBJ, we're going to be going live. So hit the subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. Once your notifications are on, click the bell, click all. That way you don't miss anything. It's going to be a fun week here around the Raiders Report. Let's go to Felipe Mendia. Out of all the teams, why the Giants? Shake my head. I think it has more to do with MetLife. And the Giants are a sneaky team because the defense is good. Their offense, to me, I'm sorry, it stinks. But their defense has been showing up. But MetLife, for whatever reason, go back 2 years ago, Raiders lost 34-3 against the Jets. Last year, it took a Hail Mary from Carr to Ruggs to end up beating the winless Jets. And then this week, they're playing in the East Coast. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Let's go to the Brother Mace. I'm not going to panic yet. We were able to move the ball down the field effectively, but couldn't hit on key plays or had key turnovers. Slow off the bye. I mean, coming off a bye, having that long to be able to get prepared for the Giants is very, very disappointing. But I'm not going to hit the panic button yet. But even though you were able to move the ball down the field, I mean, you missed so many opportunities. So very, very frustrating game from top to bottom. Now, if your balls don't look great, here's an easy way to be able to change it. The holidays, y'all, they're right around the corner. And if you're looking for a great stocking stuffer, if you're looking to stuff something else, head on over to manscaped.com/Raiders, where you can save 20% off and get free shipping as long as you use promo code Raiders at checkout. Holy shit, we got nuts flying at the screen. That's pretty nuts right there. I don't know about you, but after this 23-16 loss to the Giants, I literally feel like the Nutcracker is cracking down on my hairy balls. Luckily, they're going to be cleanly shaven, and yours can be too. Manscaped.com/Raiders, promo code Raiders to save 20% off and get some free shipping. All right, let's continue this post-game reaction. This one's coming in from JT Douglas. Red zone embarrassment. I mean, that's really what this came down to. Raiders not executing in the red zone. They had opportunities. They were unable to do so. Let's go to RG Fitnet. Do we win this game if we had Ruggs? I don't know, man. I'm kind of done. If we had Ruggs this, if we had Ruggs that, I'm kind of done talking about Henry. Henry made his decision. He's no longer a member of this Raiders team, so got to move on without him. Let's go to Barry. We can't say the off. Didn't show up to the red zone offense, did not show up. Numbers look decent, but red zone, that's 5 and 6 touchdowns. Could have been a blowout. Now, again, I'm not going to go 5 or 6, but the Raiders definitely should have had an extra touchdown or two. I mean, the fact that the Raiders offense played as bad as they did, and they had only, they only lost by 7. The pick 6, man, that was the killer. The pick 6 was the killer. So grade the Raiders offense against the Giants, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm not going to give them an F grade simply because I've seen worse performances, and yes, they were able to move the ball, but they did not get it done when it mattered the most. They are going to get a D grade from me. So you guys can give me your grades, though, for the Raiders offense. I'll be looking down in the YouTube comments. They're getting a D from me. Let's go to, man, I can't, is that a J? I have no idea. Interception foot was out of bounds. We don't freaking challenge. And the last play Carr had was going forward. It's an incomplete pass. All right, so first off, if you're talking about the Carr fumble, it was a fumble. And then the interception foot I thought was inbound. So I think you're 0 for 2, but appreciate the super chat. Let's go to Way Too Real W. We need OBJ. He can freestyle without knowing a lot of the playbook. So, I get OBJ's out there, but he also has a lot of injuries. Now, I'll also go back and say, there's 2 receivers. Their names are Randy Moss, or he was one, and OBJ and Randy Moss, their numbers are very similar at age 28, and then obviously we know what Randy did after that. But Deshaun Jackson, I actually think would be the better bang for your buck and better fit with this offense. And both players have had some injury histories, but I'm going to pick Deshaun Jackson for what you have to pay him, because if you want to be able to claim OBJ, you got to have $7.25 million. Raiders don't have that. So if you could only pick one, who would it be? Type D for Deshaun Jackson. Type O for Odell Beckham Jr. I will say, I really think the Raiders come away with one of these players here. My gut tells me it's Deshaun Jackson, but if it is OBJ, no matter what, we will be making a video about it, so subscribe and turn on those notifications because I don't want you to miss it. Let's go to Nathaniel Rubio. Our run defense can't stop an old lady. I don't disagree with that. I mean, Daniel Jones today didn't really have to do anything. Daniel Jones was 15 of 20 for 110 yards and a touchdown. The running game, Booker was 21 and 99, but they just tore us up on the ground. I mean, they averaged 4.8 yards per carry, but both of their running backs, their other running back averaged 7, Booker averaged 4.7. It was just a bad game. Let's go to Macho Man Ches Boy. We got to move on from this one, see what we need to do, adjust and move on. What do you think would be more likely to be assigned? I say Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, I'm going to go Jackson. I mean, that's going to be the more likely player, but I'm with you. You just got to move on. We're 5-3. Bring on the Chiefs. Now, if you haven't yet, please go ahead. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. If anybody has any questions about today's game, if anybody wants to interact with me on Instagram, there is one place to do it and one place only. That is at Mitchell Renz 365, and probably going to be venting tonight. Let's go to King. What up, King? Pathetic game by the team and Carr. Now let's go beat the Chiefs. That's my mindset. Give me KC. Let's go to Tom Wilk. I don't think it was the loss of Ruggs. We just didn't show up when we needed it. We had plenty of opportunities. Now, I still think that not having Ruggs hurt the offense. Can't say that it didn't. If you're saying it didn't, you're just lying to yourself. But there were plenty of opportunities. It just came down to execution, and they couldn't get it done, which is definitely frustrating. Super chat coming in from Sean Hittenberger. Why don't we ever play Mariota in the red zone, since if it's been a problem for 3+ years, offense B+ grade outside the red zone, F in the red zone. I'd probably give them a C grade. A C grade for the offense, and yes, an F in the red zone. The Jags just beat the freaking Buffalo Bills 9-6. That's wild. But, yeah, maybe they should start mixing in Mariota a little bit more in the red zone, because what I saw today was very frustrating. Let's go to Felipe Mendia. What if D-Jax signs with someone else as well, OBJ? If that happens, then that happens. But I know the Raiders are more interested in Deshaun Jackson than they are Odell Beckham Jr. They've already talked to Deshaun, and I really think that a deal happens on Monday. Let's go to Jack Bishop. Allen played bad, and does that mean is useless and should be dropped like Carr apparently should? It's 1 week. Clam down Dak as well. I mean, you're right. Dak played bad today. Josh Allen played bad today. Carr played bad today. You're going to have bad games in the NFL. It happens. I'm going to tip my cap to the Giants defense because I think they played well. Now, speaking of defense, rate the Raiders defense against the Giants from a scale from 0 to 10. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give the Raiders defense probably a 9.5. I mean, if it wasn't for that pick six, the Raiders D gives up essentially 16 points, and they were on the field for quite a bit of time. So I'm going to give them a 9.5 grade. If you want to get your grades in, I was very impressed again by this Raiders defense. Let's go to Zach Rivera. Just another wake-up call, win or lose on any given Sunday. Shake that L. On to the next. Raiders will bounce back. I'm hoping you're right, man. Let's go to Christian M. We need both OBJ and Deshaun Jackson. Well, I don't think that's going to happen from a money standpoint, but I do. I really think that at least one of those players is going to be suited up in some silver and some black. Now, we got this next one coming in from Dougie B. Fresh. Carr will regroup and be back solid. Now, one of the things that I talked about on last week's show was, like, it wouldn't surprise me if the Raiders lost against the Giants because they were looking forward to, their next game that they had, and I think that's kind of what happened here. Now, I'm hoping they bounce back against the Chiefs because they need to. Let's go to Philip Rodriguez. If this game doesn't make the Raiders sign a wide receiver, I don't know what will. I'm with you. I'm with you. And we're going to be talking a lot about OBJ, Deshaun Jackson this week. Rusty Nail. Very disappointing offensive performance overall. Defense played pretty well. The difference in this game was the pick six. This loss feels worse than the Bears game. On a positive note, I thought Drake played great. Personally, I thought the Bears game felt like a worse gut punch because I thought the Raiders played even worse in that Bears game. I mean, this is a game that sure was frustrating. You knew that a lot of stuff was going on in the background, but I'll still say the Bears one was a little bit more frustrating. Let's go to Joe Below. Well, the Bills lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I feel a little bit better. It's the perfect example of anybody could beat anybody on any given Sunday, right? Like, especially Monday Night Football, Thursday night. In the NFL, if you don't show up and if you don't prepare and you don't have a solid game plan, anybody can beat you. And today's game is the perfect example of that. Now, the Raiders' next 5 games, you got to be able to put this one in the back burner and come out firing because these next 5 do not get any easier. You have the Chiefs game on Sunday Night Football. Week 11 then is up against the Bengals, who they lost today. Week 12 against Cowboys. Cowboys lost today 30-8 against the Broncos. Washington. And then Week 14 at the Chiefs. Now, any of these games that you see versus Chiefs, Bengals, Washington, I am going to be in Las Vegas for all 3 of those games. And if you want to come party with me and join my watch party, basically like you watched today, what I want you to do is come to Red Tail, located at Resorts World, in Las Vegas. Free entry tickets. You can come in, you can sit down. It's 100% free. Now, if you do plan on having a few drinks, if you plan on trying to have a good seat, then I would recommend that you buy a ticket because you're going to save money in the long haul if you end up getting a ticket, and you can save 20% by going to the blackholeevents.com. Use code Mitch at checkout, and you're going to save 20%. I want to spread the word. I want a lot of people there at Redtail. Again, free to enter, but if you plan on having a good seat or if you want to have a few drinks as well, you will save money by going to the blackholeevents.com. Code Mitch. Save 20%. I'll be there for Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs. I'll be there for the Bengals game, and I'll be there for Washington as well. Now, we are getting ready to sign off here. Raiders are 5-3 after a 23-16 loss to the Giants. Definitely a little bit frustrated with the overall performance, but hopefully this team is able to bounce back, and hopefully they're ready to go up against Kansas City in Week 10. Now, we got one more question coming in. No. All right, we'll go one more, and then we're going to keep on looping through. So, Daniel Keenan went to the game on the way home. Car turnovers made us lose. I'm worried we started the same way as the last 2 seasons, and look what happened. Yeah, I'm hoping no repeats either. Fingers crossed, though. Spiritur. Cut somebody to sign D. Jackson OBJ. They're not going to have to cut anybody. You're probably just going to move on somebody from, you're probably just going to move on from a depth guy, and then they might try to bring him back to the practice squad. But moves will be made today. That I can guarantee you. All right, y'all, we're getting ready to get the heck out of here. I got to go film another video here for Chat Sports. Raiders, frustrating game from top to bottom. We do have 2,800 likes, though. One of the things that I said I wanted to be able to do on today's show was be able to donate to Tina Tinter and her GoFundMe. I don't know how much money we personally raised, but since I've been talking about it, the show, it started off, she was at $79,000. We are now over $83,110. So if you want to go make a donation to Tina, help out her family during this difficult time, it's chatsports.com/donate. I believe her brother is the maker of this GoFundMe. The link that you see below is just a quick link that can get you there. Chatsports.com/donate. I'll be back tomorrow for Overreaction Monday. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on those notifications. It's going to be a hell of a week here on the Raiders Report. Report in today's post-game reaction show after their 23-16 loss up against the New York Giants is presented by Manscaped. For those of you out there looking for a great holiday gift, head on over to manscaped.com/Raiders, and at checkout, make sure you use code Raiders to save 20% off, and that way you're also going to get free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. The Raiders offense played like balls today, and I didn't really expect the loss of Henry Ruggs to impact them this much, but let's just face it, Carr had one of his worst games that he's had this season. He was 30 of 46, 296 yards. He did have a touchdown, but he overthrew multiple receivers. He missed Darren Waller probably 2 times in the back of the end zone, which should have been a touchdown. He had a pick 6. He had another bad interception. He had a late costly fumble, which ended up being, so far, the Raiders' only fumble this season, which I know I'm going to get absolutely roasted for on Twitter, and, that's kind of goes for it. But a very bad performance today by this Raiders offense. So what I want you to do is go down in the comments, whether you want it to be a one-word reaction, whatever. Let me know how you're feeling. I mean, remember, if you curse, it's going to end up getting blocked. I'm very disappointed because the Raiders are a better team. I do want to credit the Giants, but the Raiders lost this game. Daniel Carlson missed a really bad field goal. Carr missed tons of runs. I thought the Raiders' offensive line played really good in this one. The running game was playing really solid as well. I'm disappointed. I'm not going to hit the panic button yet, but I think everyone would agree, and I want you to go ahead and like this video if you agree with this. The Raiders need to make a move at receiver, whether that's Deshaun Jackson or OBJ. If you want the Raiders to get one of them, like the video. Let's go to a super chat time in here from Joshua Nab. Now I will say I'm a bit worried we should have won that game. The Raiders have struggled, man, at MetLife Stadium, and it's the ultimate point where if you don't bring your A game, any team can lose. And as I'm making this video, Josh Allen just fumbled, and the Bills are going to lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Perfect example. Anybody can win any game. Kid Cupid, it's the kid. Bad game on Carr, but what the hell has been up with Jacobs? He hasn't looked the same since the car accident DUI. I mean, he had a great game today. He's just been banged up. He finally was looking healthy, and then he got re-injured a little bit. Personally, I think you're really overblowing the whole car accident thing. He hasn't been healthy, but he looked good today. So let's go to Alex Thompson. This is on Ruggs. I'm not going to put it 100% on Ruggs, but he definitely does get some blame in this, not being out there on the field. It really hurt the offense, and you put the Raiders team through just a hell of a week of practice emotionally, everything that goes on to it. But, yeah, not having Ruggs on the field definitely hurt this offense. Go to Mr. Vagoat. The Henry incident weighed on us big time. Let's stomp the crap out of the Chiefs. We should have won this with authority, and I lost $250 on this. Well, Mr. Vagoat, I'm sorry, but I will be in Las Vegas next weekend. You guys come hang out with me at Red Tail. Tickets for free, so please show up. Let's go to Gary Wyckoff. Yes, Carr haters, because every other quarterback you want over him is perfect and can never have a bad game. Check out Josh Allen today, Tom Y'all. As you can see, it's going to be split up between Carr haters and Carr truthers this week, which is usually what happens after a loss. Let's go to Klissman. Holy shit. Big time $100 super chat. Carr tossed the game. We have no deep threat wide receivers. I'm not liking what our run game has produced. Jacobs has not been consistent. Sign OBJ or Djax. Before Jacobs went down with an injury, he was great today. So before we get into that, I don't want to get too carried away, though. These are great topics for Overreaction Monday, so to make sure that you guys don't miss my Overreaction Monday tomorrow, make sure you're subscribed. It's 100% free. We're going to be making Raiders videos the entire season. If the Raiders sign Deshaun Jackson, if they sign OBJ, we're going to be going live, so hit the subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. Once your notifications are on, click the bell, click all. That way you don't miss anything. It's going to be a fun week here around the Raiders Report. Let's go to Felipe Mendia. Out of all the teams, why the Giants? Shake my head. I think it has more to do with MetLife. And the Giants are a sneaky team because the defense is good. Their offense, to me, I'm sorry, it stinks. But their defense has been showing up. But MetLife, for whatever reason, go back 2 years ago, Raiders lost 34-3 against the Jets. Last year, it took a Hail Mary from Carr to Ruggs to end up beating the winless Jets. And then this week, they're playing in the East Coast. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Let's go to the Brother Mace. I'm not going to panic yet. We were able to move the ball down the field effectively, but couldn't hit on key plays or had key turnovers. Slow off the bye. I mean, coming off a bye, having that long to be able to get prepared for the Giants is very, very disappointing, but I'm not going to hit the panic button yet. But even though you were able to move the ball down the field, I mean, you missed so many opportunities. So very, very frustrating game from top to bottom. Now, if your balls don't look great, here's an easy way to be able to change it. The holidays, y'all, they're right around the corner. And if you're looking for a great stocking stuffer, if you're looking to stuff something else, head on over to manscaped.com/Raiders, where you can save 20% off and get free shipping as long as you use promo code Raiders at checkout. Holy shit, we got nuts flying at the screen. That's pretty nuts right there. I don't know about you, but after this 23-16 loss to the Giants, I really feel like the Nutcracker is cracking down on my hairy balls. Luckily, they're going to be cleanly shaven, and yours can be too. Manscaped.com/Raiders, promo code Raiders to save 20% off and get some free shipping. All right, let's continue this post-game reaction. This one's coming in from JT Douglas. Red zone embarrassment. I mean, that's really what this came down to. Raiders not executing in the red zone. They had opportunities. They were unable to do so. Let's go to RG Fitnet. Do we win this game if we had Ruggs? I don't know, man. I'm kind of done. If we had Ruggs this, if we had Ruggs that, I'm kind of done talking about Henry. Henry made his decision. He's no longer a member of this Raiders team, so got to move on without him. Let's go to Barry. We can't say the off. Didn't show up to the red zone offense, did not show up. Numbers look decent, but red zone, that's 5 and 6 touchdowns. Could have been a blowout. Now, again, I'm not going to go 5 or 6, but the Raiders definitely should have had an extra touchdown or two. I mean, the fact that the Raiders offense played as bad as they did, and they had only, they only lost by 7. The pick 6, man, that was the killer. The pick 6 was a killer. So grade the Raiders offense against the Giants, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm not going to give them an F grade simply because I've seen worse performances, and yes, they were able to move the ball, but they did not get it done when it mattered the most. They are going to get a D grade from me. So you guys can give me your grades, though, for the Raiders offense. I'll be looking down in the YouTube comments. They're getting a D from me. Let's go to, man, I can't. Is that a J? I have no idea. Interception foot was out of bounds. We don't freaking challenge. And the last play Carr had was going forward. It's an incomplete pass. All right, so first off, if you're talking about the Carr fumble, the ball was a fumble. And then the interception foot I thought was inbound. So I think you're 0 for 2, but appreciate the super chat. Let's go to Way Too Real W. We need OBJ. He can freestyle without knowing a lot of the playbook. So, like, I get OBJ's out there, but he also has a lot of injuries. Now, I'll also go back and say there's 2 receivers. Their names are Randy Moss, or he was 1, and OBJ and Randy Moss, their numbers are very similar at age 28, and then obviously we know what Randy did after that. But Deshaun Jackson, I actually think would be the better bang for your buck and better fit with this offense. And both players have had some injury histories, but I'm going to pick Deshaun Jackson for what you have to pay him, because if you want to be able to claim OBJ, you got to have $7.25 million. Raiders don't have that. So if you could only pick one, who would it be? Type D for Deshaun Jackson, type O for Odell Beckham Jr. I will say, I really think the Raiders come away with one of these players here. My gut tells me it's Deshaun Jackson, but if it is OBJ, no matter what, we will be making a video about it, so subscribe and turn on those notifications because I don't want you to miss it. Let's go to Nathaniel Rubio. Our run defense can't stop an old lady. I don't disagree with that. I mean, Daniel Jones today didn't really have to do anything. Daniel Jones was 15 of 20 for 110 yards and a touchdown. The running game, Booker was 21 and 99, but they just tore us up on the ground. I mean, they averaged 4.8 yards per carry, but both of their running backs, their other running back averaged 7, Booker averaged 4.7. It was just a bad game. Let's go to Macho Man Ches Boy. We got to move on from this one, see what we need to do, adjust and move on. What do you think would be more likely to be assigned? I say Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, I'm going to go Jackson. I mean, that's going to be the more likely player, but I'm with you. You just got to move on. We're 5-3. Bring on the Chiefs. Now, if you haven't yet, please go ahead. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. If anybody has any questions about today's game, if anybody wants to interact with me on Instagram, there is one place to do it and one place only. That is at Mitchell Renz 365, and probably going to be venting tonight. Let's go to King. What up, King? Pathetic game by the team and Carr. Now let's go beat the Chiefs. That's my mindset. Give me KC. Let's go to Tom Wilk. I don't think it was the loss of Ruggs. We just didn't show up when we needed it. We had plenty of opportunities. Now, I still think that not having Ruggs hurt the offense. Can't say that it didn't. If you're saying it didn't, you're just lying to yourself. But there were plenty of opportunities. It just came down to execution, and they couldn't get it done, which is definitely frustrating. Super chat coming in from Sean Hittenberger. Why don't we ever play Mariota in the red zone, since if it's been a problem for 3+ years, offense B+ grade outside the red zone, F in the red zone? I'd probably give them a C grade. A C grade for the offense, and yes, an F in the red zone. The Jags just beat the freaking Buffalo Bills 9-6. That's wild. But, yeah, maybe they should start mixing in Mariota a little bit more in the red zone, because what I saw today was very frustrating. Let's go to Felipe Mendia. What if D-Jax signs with someone else as well, OBJ? If that happens, then that happens. But I know the Raiders are more interested in Deshaun Jackson than they are Odell Beckham Jr. They've already talked to Deshaun, and I really think that a deal happens on Monday. Let's go to Jack Bishop. Allen played bad, and does that mean is useless and should be dropped like Carr apparently should? It's 1 week. Clam down Dak as well. I mean, you're right. Dak played bad today. Josh Allen played bad today. Carr played bad today. You're going to have bad games in the NFL. It happens. I'm going to tip my cap to the Giants defense because I think they played well. Now, speaking of defense, rate the Raiders defense against the Giants from a scale from 0 to 10. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give the Raiders defense probably a 9.5. I mean, if it wasn't for that pick 6, the Raiders D gives up essentially 16 points, and they were on the field for quite a bit of time. So I'm going to give them a 9.5 grade. If you want to get your grades in, I was very impressed again by this Raiders defense. Let's go to Zach Rivera. Just another wake-up call, win or lose on any given Sunday. Shake that L. On to the next. Raiders will bounce back. I'm hoping you're right, man. Let's go to Christian M. We need both OBJ and Deshaun Jackson. Well, I don't think that's going to happen from a money standpoint, but I do. I really think that at least one of those players is going to be suited up in some silver and some black. Now, we got this next one coming in from Dougie B. Fresh. Carr will regroup and be back solid. Now, one of the things that I talked about on last week's show was like it wouldn't surprise me if the Raiders lost against the Giants because they were looking forward to their next game that they had, and I think that's kind of what happened here. Now, I'm hoping they bounce back against the Chiefs because they need to. Let's go to Philip Rodriguez. If this game doesn't make the Raiders sign a wide receiver, I don't know what will. I'm with you. I'm with you. And we're going to be talking a lot about OBJ, Deshaun Jackson this week. Rusty Nail. Very disappointing offensive performance overall. Defense played pretty well. The difference in this game was the pick six. This loss feels worse than the Bears game. On a positive note, I thought Drake played great. Personally, I thought the Bears game felt like a worse gut punch because I thought the Raiders played even worse in that Bears game. I mean, this is a game that sure was frustrating. You knew that a lot of stuff was going on in the background, but I'll still say the Bears one was a little bit more frustrating. Let's go to Joe Below. Well, the Bills lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I feel a little bit better. It's the perfect example of anybody could beat anybody on any given Sunday, right? Like, especially Monday Night Football, Thursday night. In the NFL, if you don't show up and if you don't prepare and you don't have a solid game plan, anybody can beat you. And today's game is the perfect example of that. Now, the Raiders' next 5 games, you got to be able to put this one in the back burner and come out firing because these next 5 do not get any easier. You have the Chiefs game on Sunday Night Football. Week 11 then is up against the Bengals, who they lost today. Week 12 against Cowboys. Cowboys lost today 30-8 against the Broncos. Washington. And then Week 14 at the Chiefs. Now, any of these games that you see versus Chiefs, Bengals, Washington, I am going to be in Las Vegas for all 3 of those games. And if you want to come party with me and join my watch party, basically like you watched today, what I want you to do is come to Red Tail, located at Resorts World in Las Vegas. Free entry tickets. You can come in, you can sit down. It's 100% free. Now, if you do plan on having a few drinks, if you plan on trying to have a good seat, then I would recommend that you buy a ticket because you're going to save money in the long haul if you end up getting a ticket, and you can save 20% by going to the blackholeevents.com. Use code Mitch at checkout, and you're going to save 20%. I want to spread the word. I want a lot of people there at Red Tail. Again, free to enter, but if you plan on having a good seat or if you want to have a few drinks as well, you will save money by going to the blackholeevents.com. Code Mitch. Save 20%. I'll be there for Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs. I'll be there for the Bengals game, and I'll be there for Washington as well. Now, we are getting ready to sign off here. Raiders are 5-3 after a 23-16 loss to the Giants. Definitely a little bit frustrated with the overall performance, but hopefully this team is able to bounce back, and hopefully they're ready to go up against Kansas City in Week 10. Now, we got one more question coming in. No. All right, we'll go one more, and then we're going to keep on looping through. So Daniel Keenan went to the game on the way home. Car turnovers made us lose. I'm worried we started the same way as the last 2 seasons, and look what happened. Yeah, I'm hoping no repeats either. Fingers crossed, though. Spiritur. Cut somebody to sign D. Jackson OBJ. They're not going to have to cut anybody. You're probably just going to move on somebody from, you're probably just going to move on from a depth guy, and then they might try to bring him back to the practice squad. But moves will be made today. That I can guarantee you. All right, y'all, we're getting ready to get the heck out of here. I got to go film another video here for Chat Sports. Raiders, frustrating game from top to bottom. We do have 2,800 likes, though. One of the things that I said I wanted to be able to do on today's show was be able to donate to Tina Tinter and her GoFundMe. I don't know how much money we personally raised, but since I've been talking about it, the show, it started off, she was at $79,000. We are now over $83,110. So if you want to go make a donation to Tina, help out her family during this difficult time, it's chatsports.com/donate. I believe her brother is the maker of this GoFundMe. The link that you see below is just a quick link that can get you there. chatsports.com/donate. I'll be back tomorrow for Overreaction Monday. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on those notifications. It's going to be a hell of a week here on the Raiders Report.